Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another FlightFactor Sim live stream. Today it's the 18th of November 2025. It's 4 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. We're back at X-Plane 12 in the pre-release version of the FlightFactor 777 freighter, which will be released tomorrow. It's an expansion of their existing 777 for X-Plane 12 at a reasonable $29.99. I can confirm. I think they've already released that information publicly, so they said I could tell you in my email. But fantastic, a second pre-release aircraft we've shown this week, and both of them freighters, and both of them for X-Plane 12. You're going to be well catered for in the coming years in X-Plane 12 if you want to fly around a lot of goods. Here we are in Dubai. We're 12 hours behind live time because it would have been a night flight, so the sun's just rising here. So it's 0305 Zulu in X-Plane 12, but we are live weather, 28 degrees, a bit husky, a bit hazy here in Dubai this morning. We're going to be flying for the first ever time to Turkmenistan, the capital, Ashgabat. Flight time just over 1 hour and 45 minutes. Live on X-Plane. It's live on VATSIM. I've just realised in the last few minutes that Cloudflare security or some sort of security online service has been down. I couldn't log on to X-Plane or X-Pilot, but they seem to fix the issue. I refreshed it. I am logged online. I have one of the members, Simbed, providing ATC here on ground for our departure as well. But yeah, it should be a lovely flight, and hopefully I'll showcase some of the features that you get with the 777 freighter. Now, this has to be one of the most detailed add-ons regarding commercial airliner. All the circuit breakers work. It's been years in the making. The tablet, I'm not a huge fan of the tablet on this add-on. It's based off the Boeing's official tablet, which is fitted as an option on this aircraft. It's a bit cumbersome. I think I can get my way around it, having done a test sector and have a playing around with it last night. But there we are, flying as Emirates Sky Cargo. Call sign Emirates 77 Foxtrot today. We've got the main cargo door open, ready to take our cargo. Full load, we're taking 100 tons of goods towards Turkmenistan today. It's completely cold and dark with the GPU connected, ready to power the aircraft and start loading it up. Anyway, who have we got here in chat? We've got Weswheel 4834. Ooh, cargo door, he says. Absolutely, all open, ready to take the freight. Good day to you. KitKat 71. How do I update FlightFactor aircraft? This is done by X Updater, but if you want the freighter, you obviously have to purchase it first as an expansion. It's all done via X Updater. Who else we got here? Features, says Westfield. Absolutely. John Padfield, good afternoon to you. I missed the very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I thought I'd missed something at the start of the stream. I'll say that next time for you. Home email 4288. What a time. You just got back from working on live. What a great movie for lunch. Awesome. I hope you're doing well. Enjoy your lunch as well. Do they offer dangerous goods training to enough speed? No, and I certainly don't offer it at Alpaca Airways as well. FlyDev, is the update out? Should be tomorrow. And we had a membership ping coming up during the start. Young Riles, thank you, 21 months as a member. Very excited for this bird to be released. It'll definitely be my go-to for completing the Alpaca Airways F1 tour. Excellent. Darkye, self-pushback. Yes, you can drive a tug yourself here. Would you guys like me to drive the tug? I did it on the practice sector. Try to do that, start the engines whilst also driving the tug and dealing with VATSIM. Maybe I will. We'll see what you guys say in chat. I think I know what I'm going to hear. More cargo animations, absolutely. Good to hear it's $30. My wallet will survive. Yes, very reasonable for an expansion pack, I think, of this detail. John Pavel, cargo hold full of lithium battery powered robot alpacas then. Oh my goodness me, I'm getting vibes from what do you call it, Wallace and Gromit, that Christmas special with the gnome all of a sudden. Anyway, yeah, look, let's just have a little look around the external model here, because it is a fantastic model here, one of the best in X-Plane 12, I think, regarding the quality you have when you do the walk around outside. Let's have a little look here. So we've got a little bit of random traffic driving around. Let's just go into the free roam camera. Well, of course, we've got the random X5s, and I've got ortho for the entire sector. But there we are just outside the freighter here with the two GPUs connected. Expansion looks very nice. We've got the little E&E bay door open there at the moment. But yeah, fantastic time to fly. Look at the sun rising here. You have a walk around feature with this aircraft. So if you go here to EFB, equipment options, one of these here, you can do a walk around. There's so many additional features. We're going to load the cargo using the load master. Talk to the dispatcher to get it all set up as well. You've got all the options here from the tablet to set up the aircraft. Is it ground? I'm trying to find out how you do the walk around mode. But yeah, you can essentially do a full walk around, configure, move things around, check all the panels. It's pretty detailed as well. Nice jazz music here as we do the walk around of the 777. I don't know why I selected this song. They are completely empty at the moment, and you can see with the loading, the gear sort of settling, and or the aircraft settling on its main gear. It's obviously very clean and not full of grease and oil. It's a brand new one. Alpha 6 Echo Foxtrot Mike. The inspiration for this sector was the fact I actually looked on Flight Radar. I think I typed in this reg, and this aircraft flew to Ashgabat in the last month or so. But yeah, very nice external model. We have a carnivorous cargo hold, which is very well modelled, very detailed. All these are in 3D. Very, very nice. And yeah, I mean, this is the second time I've ever flown a 777 freighter. We've flown the PMDG one quite recently for the first time. Very nice indeed. Do you need to have the 777-200 to buy it? Yes, this is an expansion walk in 1993. Thanks to subscribing, Conwa. Hope you're doing well. There's a nice walk around that someone did for X-Camera for it, quicker than the full walk around. Yeah, that would be a great way of doing it. Walk around is on the AFB. I probably won't do it today because it is a lot to do with regards to the setup anyway, configuring the EFB and getting the fuel loaded and the cargo. But yeah, we'll do the pushback. We'll drive the tug, okay? Because it is good fun. But anyway, the EFB, it hasn't grown on me. It's quite... If you fly the aircraft all the time, you'll be familiar with where to find things. I haven't flown this aircraft for 2 or 3 months. The last time we flew the FlightFactor 777, it was an overnight long haul, and then I reinstalled or downloaded the freighter yesterday, and it's just trying to find everything and to have the load interact correctly. The SimBrief integration, it can integrate with SimBrief and copy the weights, but it just seems to load the cargo very randomly. It doesn't put a huge amount in the main deck, it puts some underneath. I wish there was a bit of sort of better integration with regards to that, but overall it works quite nicely in how to control the aeroplane. But look, let's get some power on the aircraft. We'll put the battery on and connect the external power. You can hear the aeroplane come to life. I tried to get my Moby Flight 777 profile to work so I could use the WinWing MCP. I just couldn't get it to work, guys. I'm going to have to use the physical MCP on my screen. You know, first world problems and that. How did you make the custom alert animations for your live stream recently? They've been in my overlay for like 5 or 6 years. Just type in Google overlays and things, and you'll find everything you need to there. Just got here. We can drive the tug. Yes, we can, and I will do it. AJ Ferrari, I have to say the FB really helped me with the iFly FB. Yeah. Now, if you fly this aircraft all the time and get used to it, this tablet is going to be comfortable. But for the new user, it just takes some getting used to. So, for example, I think simulation. No. Now, how do I get my SimBrief? I've already forgotten. It's external services. There we are. Navigraph, flight data sims, my username. Get data from SimBrief. That's my flight plan. Loaded. You still have to download from SimBrief the flight plan manually and drop it in the FMS output folder and explain to sync it with the FMC. But there we are, that's all in. My charts are already connected. We'll use the airports from the FMC to utilise the ability to see the charts in the EFB. And I've only put the battery and ground power on, but we'll firstly go here to simplified loading. You can go to fill from SimBrief. So there we are. Aircraft not loaded. Above data doesn't represent current. So fill from SimBrief again. So why is it not putting my total fuel in? Let me just go to that load airplane.
If you need
nope.
The load sheet is here.
So that loads all of the weight, and I don't want that because we don't see any of the animation. So I just find this whole thing frustrating. So how do I unload it? And if I press fill from SimBrief, it says total fuel 0. Click fill SimBrief, then load. 241. Just give me 2 secs. No, I've not synced my sim. It's just not very user friendly. I'm just every time I use it, I try to use it sort of naturally. So it has got the correct 0 fuel weight, but why is it saying total fuel 0? Every time I did that in my test sector, I mean, I can load it manually, which is fine, but still, you should be able to sync it. Now, how do I unload the plane? I don't want to, because we've already got all the cargo loaded. I don't want that. So how do I unload the plane instantly? Is there a way of doing that? Aeroplane? No. Simplified loading. Weight summary? No. I want it so you can see the 3... Airplane. Select airplane. Weight and balance. Ah, look! Now I've got these options. How come I didn't have the options before? Samuel Age is showing how. Oh dear. Right, freight load. How do I unload it? Clear all. Wait, summary. Back. Main deck freight. Is it? It's empty. Right, so it says here main deck freight 0. Loaded. Because simplified loading was selected. Yeah, but this wasn't here before anyway. This was like completely missing if you go back 5 minutes. Oh, there we go. Right, how do I unload the aircraft? Right. Let's see if it's actually there. Oh, it's empty. Great. So it looks like none of the cargo's in there. So that's completely empty. Loading page. Awesome. Right. So to load is all this, and that is now synced to a sim brief. Perfect. Right. And I followed the PDF. They've got a PDF here which has all the guidance, which is cool. Contact request services loading, but I had to sync it with sim brief. So now let's talk to the ground crew first. I made notes. I did exactly what I did on my test sector. It didn't work. So let's go here to cab. Loadmaster.
Good day.
Hi, Captain. Hear you loud and clear.
What is it with the enthusiastic ground crew and explain? Right. Loading. Freight retouch. So to load 69 terrain, 0 on board, catering's done. Loaded? Right, get me. 0 kilos, 13 kilos, 0 kilos, but it says loaded. Right. Can somebody tell me what I've done wrong? How do I don't get it. Retouch? Unload? For simplified loading fuel to work, you can refile the sim brief flight. Retouch, maybe?
Please load all the miscellaneous items.
This is already done. I think you need to wait for the audio panel to work.
You have simplified loading on. Right. Right. Now, loading page. But it says still... Right, I've deselected that, but it still says loaded but 0. You have to manually go to weight and balance and make it 0, I think. Okay. Honestly, I did this. I practiced last night. I practiced this morning. I had it all working, and I don't know what I did. Loading page. Loaded. But this says onboard 0 and 0. But this says loaded. So how do I unload it, even though it says 0? Change the values and set for retouch. How? Right. Hold on. 0 here, yes? 0. Alright. 0. What? Right. I just... mate, right, check your fuel gauge. You need the ground crew. Okay. I'm already chatting to them. Right, how do I get the ground crew? Right, is that under flight? Alright, hold on.
Thanks.
So I need to talk to the ground crew. So what does the loadmaster do? Not load the aircraft? I think I've broken it.
Good day. How do you hear?
So what do I get this
Hi,
guy
Captain.
to do?
Hear you loud and clear.
I've had always issues with this airplane. Right, GPU, like loading. Unload. But it says unload, but it says empty. Loading page. Loaded. 0, 0, 13. Not loaded. I'm going to restart I think I'm going to restart the whole aeroplane. I think it's broken. Retouch.
You may load the cargo holds.
If only it worked.
If only it works. What? I don't understand. Waiting for luggage transporter. Waiting for belt loader.
You are good to start the loading.
Very well, sir.
Oh, no, it's working. Not loaded. Right, now it's gone from loaded to not loaded. Now who's calling me? Crowd, what do you want?
Captain, luggage loading is done.
What?
Thanks.
No, it's not. It says 0. There's no luggage. Look at the download. I might just
I
do
am
it.
here.
Right, loaded. Right, unload catering. Right, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna reload the aircraft. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Right. Right. Thankfully, all I'd done was put the battery GPU on. But look, let's do it again. Look, it's already looking better. I've reloaded the aircraft, and there's people all over my plane. I didn't have that last time, so maybe that's what I was missing. I don't know. But look, let's see how we get on today or next sector. So battery on. External power's connected. That's all I managed to get as far as doing last time. So. Let's go here to main menu. External services, Navigraph, get data from SimBrief. You've got to be so careful with what you touch on the loading page as well. But don't press simplified loading. So where's the normal loading page? Under airplane, someone said airplane. Ground service, no. Weight and balance. Right, don't click that. Fill from SimBrief. Okay, but now this is blanked. So loading page. Okay, this is good. Alright, this is good. Now, what it does, it takes your SimBrief operational flight plan and randomly distributes the load to the main deck, catering, cargo, and the fuel. Alright, so it is correct. 23570 was my minimum block fuel. All you had to do is put everything to 0 freight and cargo and press simultaneous full load. I know, Honeyflower, but don't forget, I probably fly about 10 different simulated aircraft in the world, whilst also line training and being a TRE in real life. I've got a lot of stuff to try and remember. I'll now contact the ground crew. Loadmaster as well. Let's get him loading.
Hello, this is the captain speaking.
Loadmaster is here.
Right, it's got much more enthusiasm than I have. Right, freight load.
Go ahead and load the main freight.
Unfortunately, it's not a good idea.
Why? I think it's waiting for the cargo loader, that's why. And I think it drops from the heavens, if I remember right. Yes, there it goes. Loadmaster here! Right, so I think if I press it again, it will now work.
We are ready here for the loading.
Starting to load.
Oh my goodness! I've done a thing, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, the freight has arrived. Can we have a hip hip hooray for FlightFactor Sim? In chat, please, because it's taken me 22 minutes into the stream to get to this stage here. Oh, you need to make sure you write all this stuff down. But there we are. Freight is coming, and it's loading. I've got it set to load 5 times quicker than real time, so it's a bit faster. So you can see it just sort of spawns into the loader once it's moved into place. There you go, and we can also start loading the catering and main deck freight as well. So sorry, the other one as well. But as soon as we'll have that ability, we'll do.
Just
Sasha.
saying, now I am streaming flights. I now have full appreciation for your frequent announcement. This didn't happen on the test sector. It's a thing.
It's a real thing. Thanks, Sasha, for the £5. I hope your streaming adventure's going well. It's hard work, isn't it? Oh, and nothing goes to plan. But I don't know. I wrote down what to do. Practiced last night. Practiced this morning. I don't know what I did differently on the stream. It's the way it goes. Anyway, look, it's loading this. I think it can't load the cargo at the same time, but once that's done, we'll make sure we load catering and miscellaneous and get the fuel connected. So we'll go to ground service, call for the fuel trucks. Which are here.
Sir, you need to establish communications with the crew.
You have to
by
say
saying hello first.
You have to say hello to the ground crew first. So I'll do that now. Why need the cargo plane when the cargo can fly true? Loadmaster sounds like someone twisting his knackers. Loadmaster here.
Hello, this is the captain speaking.
Ground is ready.
Excellent. Fuel, please. Need some coffee.
We require some equipment.
Which one?
Fuel truck on the right side.
As soon as possible.
That was a saga. Like I said, it's a great tablet when you know how it works, and people that fly frequently will be very proficient, but for someone who's just picking it up, it is hard work. Right, overhead panel scan then. Let's get to actually what I can do. Fly an aeroplane. Do that. Now who wants to talk to me? Hello? Loader probably. Oh yeah, load the fuel please.
Go ahead.
I'll
and
carry on
fuel
up
the
here.
aircraft.
We are fueling you, sir.
Excellent. Hydraulics, we just turned those ones on at this stage. Seatbelt signs on. No cargo. Fire overheat test is complete. EC's normal. Tank pumps are on. Auto, nav lights, recircs. We'll put this to auto. Middle of the temperature there. Pax trim air's on. All the bleed air valves, and that's all configured and set. Now who wants to talk to me? Ground crew, hello.
Captain, the loading process is complete.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Not, you've got more to load. So let's go here to ground ops options. No, how do I get back to weight and balance from this here? Back. Okay, so look, the main deck is loaded. So if you look back here, you'll see all the cargo is in the back. You've got all the dispatches. Oh, I thought the cargo was missing. There you go. So look, it doesn't seem to completely fill the main deck, but that's as much as I can get in based off the amount of cargo going in the other hold as well. So we'll now load the cargo in the bottom hold. So we've got the main deck.
Please start loading the
Or
luggage.
luggage it calls
Yes,
it.
sir.
And then we'll load catering and snacks. We've got Jim and I have got 13 kilos of catering and snacks. So you'll see here again, they'll drop from the heavens, I think. There you go. and then you'll see these little luggage carts get loaded in. Very, very cool. But look, you can see they're all busy out there. Right, where did I get to? Fueling how's that going on? Fueling's done. Cargo's nearly done. MCP then. What's the SID we're flying today? It's going to be a Davmo 4 Golf. So on this chart here, off runway 12 right, we're going to climb to 4,000 feet. And then after that, it says 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet or above it, go, max 220 knots, 464, 7,000 Vebel, Gively Vebel, Davmo, okay, so it's an RNAV SID. We'll put 4,000 feet as the initial stop altitude here. Runway QDM for runway 12 right is going to be 119. 119. 119 is set. On the PMDG, these are usually on by default, the auto throttles and the overhead panels configured, but we'll turn on the flight directors here. Altimeter setting, just get the latest weather conditions. We've got, let's have a look. Weather, 28 degrees, of course, no significant cloud, but a bit of mist, like 8,000 meters. So QNH is 1015, setting that now. 1015 set, it's not possible to sync it. I can't remember how to sync it if you can. MFRA will put that to 1120 or 1110. Bit fiddly, but oh, very fiddly. Oh! If you spin it slowly, it goes slowly. If you spin it quickly, it goes very quickly. So it's like sort of fine tuning it. There we are. So that's set. Alignment's complete. Let's auto brake to RTO. Load up the FMC. There is a click spot to sync it. Yeah, I can't remember where that was though. I just have to wait until someone tells me. So latest error installed on the FMC. Enter inertial position. We'll do now. OMDB. That's quite interesting. On the real 737 and the PMDG 777, even though there's a scratch pad message, you can still type stuff in the background. I don't know if that's just a FlightFactorism or just how the real 777 is, but there we are. That's in, and we've got the company route. So it doesn't sync up with SimBrief. You have to manually download the flight plan from SimBrief, drop it into your FMS output file, but it does work. Ashgabat. What's the code for that? Uniform Tango. Alpha, and then 01. There we are. So that's it. Activate. Click just above the hectopascals. Got you. Perfect. I can see the little click spot there. Thank you very much. Call sign today is Emirates 77 Foxtrot. Alright. I think now I've got my head around this. Everything else about this aircraft is fantastic. Use SimBrief Downloader, I'll do it for you. It'll do it for you as well. Yeah, I've got it downloaded, but I need to configure it. So this won't put the SID in, so 12 right. It'll be a Davma 4 Golf. Execute arrivals. Nice weather down there, expecting ILS 29 left. RICOP 9 Alpha. And no transition. Well, we don't use the Goodra transition, it's just via... It has Goodra there, but I'll explain why I'm going to the centre fix later. That's all in. So I think load is complete. We just need to load up our or Jim and our
sure all
food.
Our
Jim and my food.
on board.
All right.
Sorry, did I put 30 right? Oh really? I've just got the 8. I looked online. It said it was 12. Oh, that's such a long taxi. I'm just going to take off 12 right.
Captain, note the load sheet.
Right, loading's done because it said note the load sheet. Perfect. Right, 0 fuel weight then. Let's just go to CG summary. 0 fuel weight at 241.5. Reserves 8.4. Cruise level is flight level 330. Cost index, I think I put it to default 15. There we are. Steep descent after RICOP. We'll look at that later. Thrust limit then. We'll go to SimBrief to grab the performance. I think someone's just logged off. There we are. So, oh yes, I knocked that some of my. Let's have a go here. It says it won't connect. Hold on, my X-Pilot's crashed. Let me just reboot X-Pilot here. It's not working. It says Aircraft type code database error, error transferring, unable to connect. Version check error, error transferring. Is this Cloudflare going on? Is anyone else having issues? I had this at the start of the stream, it wouldn't connect. Nah, I'll try again in a second. I've just closed Xpilot, but it's not working. Right, let me have a look at the performance here. Runway 12 right then, so that's showing a temperature of TO1. What are you running late? 51 degrees. Take off, flap 5. CG we can get. Just move the this over here so you can see that too. CG is, what do you find CG? 28.7. Trim 5.5. We're going to put the hydraulics on first. Speeds. Are these improved climb? There's a significant discrepancy with V1 and VR, not so much. V2's the same. Let's go with, I found the calculator with Simbrief's pretty accurate, so I don't know why this one's so low. Maybe they're using some sort of improved climb speeds, but it doesn't say so here. Yeah, I'm still having issues with Xpilot. Escon's Cloudflare still giving me errors here in Germany. Use it at work. Probably Cloudflare still iffy at the moment. Yeah, I'll try one more time once I've got these in, because I know Simbrief has come on to provide ATC. I was on, but obviously when I reloaded the FlightFactor, it disconnected me from Xpilot. 163. 163 is set. Alright, cool. I think we're getting somewhere, guys. So, overhead panels configured. We're ready for pushback. So, the sequence of events for this is demand pump on auto. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I don't have the APU started. So, we'll start the APU first. VHF1. Who's trying to call me here? Loadmaster. Master. Loadmaster. Which one should I go for? Speed dial. Let's do that.
Yes?
Oh, I thought you called me. Bye. Cool. Ah, there we are. It's ground. I think it's to say fueling is complete.
We are done, sir. Fuel has been put in.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. So we've gone for absolute minimum block fuel and call Q ground. What else does he want?
Sir, we are done with the loading
Excellent.
process.
Thank you.
That's done, and we've got the load sheet. So if you're not an idiot like me and you know how to use the tablet, follow what I did the second time round. But here's our load sheet. We've got fuel on board 24 tons. What is our flight plan C? Here the bleeds come on. So 20. There's slight differences here. So it says fuel here 24 tons. We need 23,570, and this is 23,600. So I guess it's just rounded it up on this. Nice, it was exact, but fuel on board takeoff, fuel 0 fuel weight matches what we're expecting. 241.4. Put the CG in. The performance is complete. Signed by Asaj Ventrez. There we are. Simba, yeah, I've done that. I'll try one more time, see if it connects. So now we want to go auto, on, and then auto. Okie dokie. So, we can disconnect the ground power, put the APU on the bus, and we'll tell the ground crew to remove all the ground power. So ground crew.
Yes, sir.
Sam, not sir. Remove all equipment.
Please remove all ground equipment.
As quickly as I can.
Excellent. 737 Captain, how much space does X-Plane 12 take on your PC? Don't know actually off the top of my head. Not a huge amount.
How can I help you?
No, I don't need you. I need. So am I done with? The best way to check if everything's done is look outside. So this happened on my test sector. It didn't shut this little door. This panel's missing. So I'll get them to close all the doors, and then how do I get this little panel closed? Because if you tell them to shut all doors, it leaves that panel open for some reason.
How can
Close
I help
hatches, that's it.
Please make sure all hatches are closed and all personnel clear.
you? Clear to pressurize.
Alright, let's have a little look outside again. There you go, look. So that puts that little panel closed, and we just need to get the doors closed next.
Listening?
Yeah, I've got the same, Danny Welcher. I've just looked on there. Message on VATSIM website, internal server error. There's an internal server error on Cloudflare's network. Yeah, I can't connect at the moment. I was working, annoyingly, because I reloaded because I broke the aircraft. Trying to load it, it disconnected me from Xpilot. Yeah, close doors. Doors, there we are. Open. So where's the option to close the L1 door, which is open? The load master closes the door. Roger. Not the ground crew. Right.
Would you like something?
Yes, I want you to close the doors. There we are.
Please close all doors.
Of course, sir.
Perfect. You owe me another flight from Arabian then, Captain. I'll try it again, Simba UK. Hold on. Xpilot. No, it's just not connecting. So when I load up Xpilot, it just says waiting for X-plane connection. Just times out. There we go, it's gone red again. Version check error, error transferring, server replied, aircraft type code database error, error transferring. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Sim, but one of the members guys came on to provide ATC, but I can't get onto VATSIM at the moment because of this Cloudflare issue, so I was on it, but because of my inability to use this tablet proficiently, I had to reload the flight. Put doors in auto, right. How do I do that? Jim, go do that. Right, let's run the checklist. And then we'll get out of here. Right.
Pre-flight checklist, please.
Oxygen. Tested 100%.
Oh, it's telling me how it works. That's quite cool. Test 100%.
Tested 100%.
Flight instruments.
So heading set, altimeter set as well.
Set.
Checklist complete.
Great. Next is before start.
Checklist, please.
MCP.
Perfect. Called Loadmaster, then doors auto. Yeah, but how would the Loadmaster put the doors in auto from outside? Surely that's something that has to be done inside
Would you like something?
to arm the slides. Yes, I'd like you to, from outside the aeroplane, to arm my slides, put them to auto.
Doors to automatic.
Or do they do it from the outside?
Doors are armed now.
I love it. Right.
Set.
Takeoff speeds.
Set.
CDU pre-flight. Completed.
Completed.
Trim.
Not set. 5.5 units. Set.
Set.
Taxi and takeoff briefing. Completed.
Perfect.
Completed.
Beacon. On.
Excellent. On. Checks complete. Right. I'll try X-Pilot one more time. Ooh! It's come up. I'm in. This is where Sinbad's going to tell me it's a completely different runway. Yeah, I'm on. Haha. Okay, great. Excellent. Oh, are you there, Sinbad? I think you might have logged off. Oh, it's still there. I can see aircraft. Perfect. Doors are armed now. He says like he just armed a bomb. I know. Oh, so you can actually. Oh, so clearly you don't fly cargo. So can you actually arm the slides from outside the aircraft? That's quite incredible. So guys, sorry I'm so late in. 41 minutes into the stream. I had to reload the aircraft because I broke it by somehow loading cargo when it wasn't loaded or something. But if you go from when I came back and follow that process, it will go from there. The Loadmaster comes with you, but Josiah plays. How does he come with you when he arms the slides from the outside? Oh, he's in the. Got you. All right. So yeah, but surely I could tell him out the door, even though he's on the ground. I've called him through the intercom or ground connection. I don't know. I'm being very fiddly. Right now, let me grab the ATIS. I bet it's the other runway news, isn't it? Of course, it's runway. Runway 30, right. Right, okay. Let's just get the clearance with Sidberg, go from there. This is good. I feel like I've been living in here. Loadmaster is a person. I didn't know that. There you go. I don't do cargo. Ground 118350. Right, let me just make sure my radio is all connected and working first. Should be. And ATIS is it? I've already got
Formula 1
QNH
Echo 3-1 ready to push and start with Foxtrot.
set information Foxtrot.
Formula 1, hello. You are clear to push and start, facing east.
I've got to do all my performance calculations.
Papa Formula 1.
Now I'll do excuse me 30 right. Dubai ground, hello. Emirates 77 Foxtrot with information Foxtrot 1015. Departure clearance to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, please. I don't know why I said that.
Emirates 77 Foxtrot, good evening. You're clear to destination via the Davmo 4 Foxtrot departure. Maintain altitude 4,000 feet, set squawk 6250.
Cleared to Ashgabat on the Davmo 4 Foxtrot, 4,000 feet, squawk 6250. Emirates 77 Foxtrot.
Emirates 77 Foxtrot, read back correct. QNH 1015, report when ready for push.
1015, Wilco Emirates 77 Foxtrot. 6250, 4,000 feet, reload the flight management computer. So the SID is now a Davmo 4 Foxtrot. So what runway is that? Emirates 77 Foxtrot, sorry, just confirm runway in use for departure.
30 right.
Thank you. 30 right. Execute. So that will have deleted our takeoff speeds. Davmo gap codes. We just need to, when you change an SID, you have to obviously just check the. Often it gives you a discontinuity. So
Charlie 42, ready for push and start.
just go here from Davmo. Perfect. Just confirm it's gap code, which it is.
Push and start pre-facing east, also have Foxtrot on board.
Yeah, I think it's a little bug. You should be able to, even though there's scratchpad messages, you should be able to select things in the background and then clear the scratchpad message. Certainly in the obviously I'm comparing it to a 7.3 FMS. Josiah plays the ATIS has the runway in use. I know Josiah plays, but it's sometimes easier to ask a controller instead of listening to the ATIS. It's something I do in real life. It's not that I'm lazy or anything, but yeah, I just asked him. It took me 5 seconds as opposed to tuning the ATIS on the first frequency, because there's not two of us. You get Jim to do that in real life. Right, let's have a look at this SID. So, not this one. It sounds a little lazy to me. Look, aviation is about making your life as easy as possible. Just take my word for it. The controller's there, it's quiet. Go ahead. This thing's actually much better. For us, straight ahead, right turn. We've got speed 180 knots. Might have to delay flat retraction. But that is a good routing. 570, 560, 576.
Uniform Yankee, Kilo Lima 4, hold Lima 4 Alpha, right 358.
What am I checking? See, so this is a coding issue because I learnt with the 777 you can't manually put speeds in. I don't think you can put speed restrictions. Doesn't seem to. I think you can't. No, it's a 737 only thing. So I guess there's a coding error because it's min 180, min 190, but it's got the 220 correctly put at Delta Bravo 576. Maybe because it says min there, not coded, but I've never flown from Dubai. 568, 4,000 feet above Cumpy, Obrog, Davmo. Great, that's fine. And 30 right, so a bit of a trek for us. Runway QDM is now 299. When you have runway changes, it's so important that you remember, especially after you've started the engines, you're taxiing out, and then you have a runway change. Update your QDM, your runway tracks, headings, altitudes, performance. Performance can often be forgotten just from workload, so just be very, very careful if you have a runway change. So I've changed it to 30 right. Populate with the latest weather. Calculate. So again, this is going to be full climb, full length runway. The thrust it's still TO1 but now 54 degrees. You know what, I'll leave it at 51, it's higher thrust. And the V speeds, these are improved climb speeds, significantly improved. 165 170. 173. Perfect. And we can update the V2 speed. 173 there. Right, we've briefed everything. We've done everything we need to. APU bleeds on. Get the tug attached. Doors are closed. Just TCAS off. So we'll put that to out off. We're ready to go, guys. Tomcat, which liveries come default the freight version? There's not many. You get the Emirates. There is the FlightFactor default and an all-white one. There's some other liveries included which I don't think are compatible. I didn't try them, but it doesn't come up with the icon in the explain menu. Haven't tried them. Don't keep a gym and bark yourself, said Maid. Brilliant. Let's get going. What kind of monitor you use? Your image is so crisp. Thank you, Luca. Well, I'm streaming in 2K, but my image, my monitors are LG 2K monitors. Very nice. Right, I think we're ready to go, guys. So, you guys want me to use the tug, the included pushback tug. So, I'll get that set up first. If I can remember how. Right, all equipment's disconnected. Captain, oh, I better
I would like to
read the briefing first.
Now. Are you ready?
No, Miss Leroy will be a $30 update.
The pre-flight procedures have been completed and instruments are set.
Full loaded cargo to
FMS
Ashgabat.
and MCP have been programmed.
I am ready. Please follow me and confirm. We are departing.
Dubai International.
On the SID, we will depart with flaps 5 following our standard.
It's really
procedure.
cool, this crew
I do
briefing.
affirm, and so it is set in the FMS.
Please confirm the runway to be used.
30 right.
The cruise altitude for today will be,
Flight level 330.
It's cool.
and the speeds are set.
V1 165. Today our VR will be 170 and V2 173. The departure is set in the FMC.
Please follow the MCP with me.
The MCP is set for departure.
Yeah,
Our
$30,
initial
very
heading will be
reasonable.
299.
What is our destination for today?
And don't watch this stream back on how to load cargo.
Do you feel we have any special risks today?
Let's
Yes.
make sure we take into account the fact that our takeoff weight is high today. We might need to dump fuel if, for any reason, we need to return.
Perfect.
Any other points?
No additional points to make.
Thank you. Please proceed.
In case of any emergency before 80
Close
knots,
hatches,
we
I've
will
done it.
abort the takeoff. Above 80 knots,
I
we
think
will
so.
only
All
abort
hatches
for a
are
serious
closed.
issue. Engine fire or loss of direction.
Yes, all
control.
hatches are closed.
In case of such
And you
a
can see, look,
below
nothing on
V1,
my
we
ECAM.
will abort the takeoff,
ECAM?
apply
ICAS.
maximum
Is that
braking
what
and
Boeing
stay
call
on
it?
the runway. In case of an issue above V1, we will continue with single engine departure
Get that.
procedure.
I've done too
I will
many
handle the
aircraft
controls and
streams
we
at the
will
moment. I'm
help
back
you
in the
with
737
procedures.
next stream, I think.
Any questions?
All is good, sir.
Was the frozen PFD fixed before you got the copy? I've not had any issues on my test sector. All been good my side. Right, I think we're ready to push. Do I need to tell the loadmaster that? No, loadmaster's with me. Ground crew.
How can I help you?
Remove the chocks, I guess. Is that disconnect, or do I disconnect him? Yeah, bye-bye.
Listening?
Let me know when we can start the engines, please.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much.
Clear skies to you guys.
Right, Tug. Okay. Don't need to establish communication. Oh, forgot to disconnect from ground power, didn't I? Oh no, it's disconnected. Right, how do I get my tug? Equipment. Options. Are my doors in auto? I think my doors are in auto, aren't they? How do I check my doors are in auto? Doors A. Auto. Right, tug. That's what I need. I forgot. Tug camera. There we are. Use. How do I get the tug? Collision model on. I don't think I want that on. Ground. There's no one here who's got the aircraft. Is it under here? Is it under here to get the tug? Oh, how do I find that? Airplane training. I need that. There's the walk around feature I was looking for earlier briefly. Use better pushback. No, I want to drive the tug. We're driving the tug today as requested. But I can't remember. I did it earlier. very difficult to find what you need. So much going on. Options. I keep looking for airplane pushback. Thank you. Start pushback. Is that it? Is the tug there? Or do I have to... Sorry. It's very long-winded, this.
Hi, this is the captain. Hope you are all doing well today.
We are all here and ready.
Tug, please. Yet another delay costing us dollars. Right, hold on. Where's the tug? Ground. Free page. Just
Push back, please.
there we are.
Set brakes.
Parking brake
Yep.
set.
Alrighty. Yes! Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the tug. I'm in the tug. Didn't take long. It didn't take long. Right. So the controls. Fine. Go here. So I'll turn on yoga cam. Oh, no, there we are. So to drive the tug, it's you use. Isn't this the quality content you wish to have? See. It's cool, isn't it? This is my favourite feature. Hold on. And then you press this button to switch direction. Oh yeah, and now the controls are reversed. Oh yeah. Controls are reversed. Now I don't think I've ever done this on Vansim before. No, I need to. Hold on, let me just get lined up a bit better here. Alright, cool. I just need to move my laptop out of the way. Oh no, I've just got into traffic. Right, there we are. I'm in a better position now. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, I think I'm lined up. Alright, I'm lined up. And then you're going to get the little thing in the green bit. Oh! Alright, we're in. Okay. Connect. No. How do I... Is it the green button? Oh, no.
Release brakes.
Ah, I've done it! So I now have to release brakes.
Brakes are released.
And now I've got to go to...
Pushing the aircraft back.
So I can still go in the cockpit and do things. So I just go to this outside, like you see, and then you can go back into the tug view. So now I'm going to put the beacon on and request push and start. I'm going to have Navigraph on here in the background to push the aircraft. Very cool feature. Entry by ground, Emirates 77 Foxtrot, stand Charlie 45, request push and start.
7 Foxtrot, push and start approved, facing north on Zulu, correction, facing north on Zulu 1. God help us.
Push, approved, face north on Zulu 1. Watch this, Emirates 77 Foxtrot. Right, beacon on, checklist complete, right.
Before start, checklist please.
Oh no.
On. Checklist complete.
Right, okay, checklist complete. So what we're going to do now is jump back into the tug. And all I've got to do is power up. Ready, guys? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Pull backwards. How do I push an aeroplane back? So I can also temporarily go into the cockpit to start the engines. So do that. Put the fuel on. And then back out here. Ah! So watch the engine start as well. Other engine though, but... It's all good here. Where's that line I'm meant to be picking up? Easy. Now, you have to say, this is probably the most intricate add-on available. There's the engine starting. Tug drivers in chat, how am I doing? It's easier here without a tow bar, I should think. I'll just go this way a little bit. Oh, I've just got to... I've got over to the Zulu 1 Alpha side. It's hard! I have a newfound respect for all tug drivers because this is not easy. I'll just blame on GSX. There we are. That'll do. I love the little brake sounds. Right, that'll do. Alright. Set the parking brake. So how do I stop the tug? I'll start engine number 1. How do I get the tug disconnected? Do I have to go back outside to do that? How do I... yeah, that's starting. I need to get back into the tug, guys, and disconnect it. Which is that button. There we are. Lowering the aircraft.
Thank you. See you at the hand.
Off I go. And do you know what's really cool, look? I could go in the aircraft and still drive the tug, look. Look at this. Look. Oh no, I've got the wrong camera on. There you go. Play chicken with my mate. It's just amazing. There we are. Do I have to tell the tug that I've got the ground crew got 2 good stars? Very cool, isn't it? Very cool. I wasn't aiming for the ground crew, I was just playing chicken. Right, do I have to then say 2 good starts? Ah, I can see the Loadmaster's on here. You can't see it because my bottom browser, but yeah, I can see at the bottom he's on board. Alright, I think we're... I'll just do my before taxi flow. Generators on, APU off. That's all configured and set. Flaps to 5. Flight controls. That should be down. Forward, back, left, right. Rudders, right and left. Just TCAS off, checks complete. So, how do I wave him off?
Yes, sir.
Disconnect. It's got to be disconnect, isn't it? Yeah.
Listening.
Thanks.
Till next time.
How do you get rid of him? You need to select wave off. Right. Surely it's disconnect, no? The yoke didn't move. Oh, really? Well spotted. In fact, I just want to get rid of this guy.
Thank you.
How do I get rid of him? Where's disconnect? Ground crew. It's all greyed in the EFB. I can't disconnect. Well spotted with the flight control issue though. Wow, that's not great. So let me just plug that in and out. I should think it's... Oh, it's because of the tug. It's because the tug's still here, isn't it? Look, I'm still driving the tug. End process.
We are done with the pushback.
Oh, right.
All good. Show me the pin, please.
That's why the flight control didn't work.
All
It's currently
clear, pin is removed.
the tug mode was in.
Thanks.
Ah, there we are.
Clear
Oh
skies
my
to you
god,
guys.
that's the longest pin I've ever seen. Have I got back my flight control? Yes, there we are. Alright. We're good. Emirates 77 Foxtrot, request taxi.
Emirates 77 Foxtrot, good thing you can fly a plane, then you can drive a tug. Taxi via Zulu, left Lima 1, hold Mike. Correction, Lima 1, right Mike, hold Mike Charlie.
Taxi Zulu Lima. Sorry, Zulu left Lima 1. Right, Mike, hold short, Mike Charlie, Emirates 77 Foxtrot.
Emirates 420, unfortunately no further ATC.
Zulu.
Monitor advisory 122 Tassalame. Marsalama.
Lima, left on Lima 1. Hold short, Mike Charlie. Where is Mike Charlie? I think Mike Charlie's all the way at the bottom. Mike Lima, Mike Kilo, Mike Juliet, Mike Golf. Oh, sorry, can't even see where I'm looking. Mike Echo, Mike Delta, Mike Charlie. That's my clearance limit there. Okay, perfect. Let's get out of here, guys. The poor people of Ashgabat, their cargo is beginning to defrost. Taxi turn off, config. Right, this bit I can do. I can do the whole flying a plane thing. Here we go. 747-200 freighter with an engineer and about 12 times as many switches I can set up in 25 minutes. 1 hour into the 777, the most modern of cargo jets. Takes me twice, almost 3 times as long to set up. Right, Zulu. I overshot the line slightly, I was too busy looking at the map. Study level, it is a study level EFB, but no, I digress. I find it quite a steep learning curve to learn the tablet. If you fly this aircraft 2 or 3 times frequently, you'll be up to speed of it in no time. I tried my best to prepare for it by practicing, but it just went all wrong. Wait, hold on. Lima 1 second left, not this left. But we got it working. Let's hope your bosses aren't watching the stream. Oh, thankfully I don't load an aeroplane, so it doesn't matter. It's the flying that they'll be watching me now. They'll be watching me now, taxi. Awesome. Aircraft's available to purchase tomorrow. TCAST RA HD sim, we only do that, my operator, when you're lining up on the runway because you cause nuisance TA and traffic displays for traffic landing on the approach. However, I'm sure other operators might do it. Bit of a trek for us. Can't taxi one either. Yeah, I'm just testing the tiller. Lima 1. Just trying to find where Lima 1 is. Mike. I've gone wrong. Emirates 77 I took a wrong turn there. Can I taxi next left onto Lima 3 and then hold short Lima 3 Alpha?
You can actually take the next left, Lima 3, then right on Mike to Mike 13 Alpha, holding short 30 right.
Great, thanks. Next left, Lima 3, Mike, and we'll go all the way to Mike 13 Alpha to hold short runway 30 right. Emirates 77 Foxtrot. I forgot my call sign was, and they said Alpaca. Thankfully I didn't say my operator. Perfect. Oh yes, I forgot, 777 pilots, they do that on stand, don't they? Yes. So remember, if you're new to the channel or you're watching me, firstly welcome. Believe it or not, I actually fly a Boeing aircraft in real life. Not this one, thank God, but the OG 737 and Max series aircraft, which I find significantly easier. But Boeing jets, I'm better than I would be with an Airbus. There we are, next right, Mike, and then it's a straight line. I love the wear and tear on this. This is fantastic, really nice. Awesome. Next right, so 10 knots for turns. A little bit of differential braking. Don't brake that hard. We've got a bit of a trek now down to runway 30 right. He only knows how to fly the dinosaurs. Yes, I'm very proficient flying this in the Blériot. This is typical weather in Dubai, this sort of haze there. There's an A340 taking off. Ah, that's cool, isn't it, guys? Look at that. Where's that flying to? Convair? Is that South American airline? Don't know, actually. Awesome. Right, get back on the centre line. So, I did download Ortho for this entire sector. The Ortho tile for the Dubai area, though, it makes the airport look like a BMX track, so I haven't got Ortho for the airport here. Right, let's run the Ford taxi checklist. We should have done this already, I guess.
Check.
Takeoff checklist.
Oh,
Checklist
yeah, right.
complete.
Yeah, before taking flaps set. The other one was ground equipment. Whoa, switch my speed there. Maximum, well, my operator maximum speed 30 knots in a straight line. Tassie does. WT was in Guangzhou a few days ago, parked up next to a Mahan 340-600. Very cool. Oh, approaching runways. Negative. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, these aircraft go to very exciting destinations all over the world. Oh, because I reset the sim look, the time's not quite right. Because I'm not live time, it's 4:07 when it's actually should be 4:10, 12 hours behind live time.
Saudi 105, welcome to Dubai, taxi right onto Kilo, and then continue taxi on.
But yeah, fantastic add-on. Obviously I was messing around with the thing here earlier and lost track what to do, but once you've got up to speed with the loading process, everything else is sublime. The tug is just a nice little... I thought it was a bit of a gimmick, but it is actually quite good fun and easily usable. The load master and the ground crew, it does add another level of immersion. Again, it's just building up proficiency on using all that stuff on the side. For some people that might be a bit too much, you just want to fly the aeroplane, which you've got that option to do if you want. You can obviously use that simplified loading process, which I've used historically in the past, but I obviously wanted to demo the freight stuff today. Watch out, someone is on the approach for 1-2 left. Fair enough. Yeah, that's why I chose 1-2 left, because literally about 10 minutes before the stream I looked on flight radar and I don't know if it was a historic replay, but aircraft were landing on that runway. Greg Scott, thank you for your continued support. 72 months of memory goes afternoon. Good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you very much for popping in. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you very much for
you'll be pleased
support.
to know the ground crew replaced the sign you crushed, but unfortunately there's no further ATC, so monitor advisory 122, Decimal 8, Marshall Lava.
Marshall Alarm 122, Decimal 8. Emirates Citizen Foxtrot. Thanks for your time, Sinbad Chap. Over to advisory. And thanks, yes, someone said there's an aircraft landing on 1-2 left, so... Oh, so he's not listened to the 80s then? Right. So Mike 1-3 is the next hold. There she is. 2 great 777s available. Both Microsoft Flight Sim in this, PMDG in this one. Amazing. Awesome. Oh, you can't say the U word anymore. You'll be banned off VATSIM. Which Dubai series? This ships with X-Plane 12. It's default. There we are, Mike 1-3. So we'll just bring it to a stop at the hold point. Have a little look together on this VATSIM map to see where this aircraft is. Oh yeah, there it is. An A350 coming in from disconnected. I think he's gone. Has he disconnected, guys? I can't really see because it's a bit hazy. Well, there's the whole point. We've done all the checklists. These can all come on. Strobes. There we go. Oh, thank you. I've got a cup of tea. Thank you. No, he's still online. Okay. Well, look, we'll wait for him to. I mean, look, there's no ATC online. Are you guys happy for me to disconnect? It makes absolutely no difference to me. I'll come back on for Tehran. Tehran's online, but just to get out of here. Navigraph not the best for showing traffic. Roger. Yeah, Danny, Welshell, VATSIM site not loading. It's to do with this Cloudflare issue online. I had multiple issues trying to connect, but I am on now. Keep at it. You want to see him land? Alright then, alright. Oh, I forgot the blind up. too bad. I can get away. Awesome. Guys, what do you think of the FlightFactor 777 so far? Very nice, isn't it? Fantastic. Perfect. Well, we'll look in the haze. Is he still showing online, guys? Dot ignore UAE 614. What does that do? Looking through the mist and the fog. And I see nothing. He's paused. Oh, I'm good. Finn, how many times have you said alpacas in a company course? I refuse to believe it's never happened. Just watch back some of my streams, you might find it's good. Now, Simbear, who is a Vatsim controller, said you're good. So technically, I'm on the correct runway. And I can just say... And you buy advisory Emirates 77 Foxtrot, ready for departure, runway 30 right. Well, he's not. I can't see him. He's not said anything. He's almost in. Well, he's going to see a 777. He's going to see a. He's going to see a 777. He should have. Oh, I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, I can't zoom in. Is it? All right. Well, I'm not in the wrong, am I? He's too high. Perfect. He's doing a flyby. Perfect.
Approaching 30 right.
Well, he's not. I've announced my intentions. He's not said anything on Unicom. He's on the wrong runway. I'm not waiting there all day. Close to flight out, sight out of mind. Exactly. I don't think that works in real life. Alright.
On runway 30 right.
Perfect. Tiger's in chat. Look out for a Challenger 650. Okay, and just stabilised. I love how the EGT peaks and reduces slightly. That's really realistic. So take off thrust. They're just fantastic. Take off thrust, set indications normal. Hey, oh no, that's 80 knots, reasonable pressure. There he is. He's got to 1-2 rise, he switched over. V1.
V1.
Rotate. Oh, airborne. Pause right. Gear up. That was all good, he was on right. He was on 1-2 right. I was on 3-0 right. No problemo. Okay, so remember we've got this speed restriction, but it's already bugged 198. No, now it's bugged 220 because I don't think it took it into account. We'll just comply with the 220 knots then. Oh, that's gone outside the camera, I think. Right, so we're just going to have to delay flap retraction. We'll leave it flap 1, but we've got to hold it there for the 220 knot speed restriction. It's a 777, so we don't have to trim it like you would a conventional Boeing jet. Just trim on speed, isn't it? Oh, it's very easy to fly. We're approaching 1 to go. And we're speed restricted, so we can actually select VS. Awesome. This is better. No loading. Bit of flying. Alright, I think we're all pretty much in trim there. Yeah. Command's engaged. So we'll just level off at 4,000 feet here for a short while. I'll just quickly find this SID, which was the 4 Foxtrot. So we've got to comply with this speed, max 220 knots at DM576. I want to plonk earlier. These are minimum speeds, not maximum. So I was wondering why those restrictions weren't in. So max 220. As soon as we pass that, we'll continue climb above 4,000 feet, and we'll step up to our cruise 330. We can actually set this to 1,000 feet per minute. Oh, it's a bit of an awkward click spot. There we go. Whoa. 330, great. And if I push this, it should continue climb. There we have enough speed. Still 220 knots until we pass, so God, they spawn up so fast. Yeah, this is one of the best add-ons in any sim. There we are. Now we can go flaps up. Out of the haze we go. Oh, the flyby sounds awesome. Great performance as well. What am I getting FPS-wise? I'm getting 60 FPS. I actually get better performance at the FlightFactor when I do the feelers. John, Captain back in his comfort zone, that's it. Right. Set standard. VNAV's engaged. Let's do the after takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist, please.
Checklist complete.
There we are. Gear up, flaps up, that's all it is. On our way to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, flying directly overhead Iran. Iranian airspace for the entire sector, and we've got it online as well. And then we'll pass Rikop, and then this arrival. Whoever designed this arrival in real life for this airport, it's terrible. It goes from good direct to left, and it massively overshoots the centre line. I'll show you later. Anyway, what's our ETA? 420. Top of climb, isn't it? How do I find my? Oh, it's there. Look, 555 Zulu. Perfect. The approach planning. ILS or localised. I think we're going to do a good old NDB approach for fun. Let's see. I guess the non-precision approach in this is very similar to how you do it in the 7.3. Could do a lock. Or an NDB. We'll have a look later. Runway 29, I guess, in use in Ashgabat. 280 at 2 knots, 9,000 metres. Not the best visibility. NDB approach requires 1,900 metres though. Is there an auto cruise function or fast forward like the PMDG or TOLIS? I know it has step descents, but about auto cruise, not so sure. I do know one thing: they have continued with the paper tissues, so you can blow your nose periodically if you wish by clicking this. Oh. There you go. Passing flight level 100 for 330. Lights. that's quite scary. Lights off. AP's off, pressurization's fine. Set belts, there's no passengers on here, but we'll put it off. Or back on auto. Check's complete. Now, this time try and get the condensed full engine view on the upper DU. Is there a way of doing that? Is that an option? Get the lower one, but that's all. Cabin call? Hey? You just called me from the cabin. Loadmaster wants me. I forgot all the...
Yes, sir.
Oh. I just want to see how you are.
Good day. How do you hear?
Yes?
Good day.
Yes?
Hello, this is the captain.
Yes?
Okay. Why does it say cabin call? I'm not sure. There we are. Now do excuse my geography of this area. This is the Arabian Sea to the north of Dubai. That's obviously the other SID because we had a runway change. But we'll soon fly over Gezim Island and then into Iran. Yes. Smart, isn't it? Awesome. There is a call in the middle FMC. Oh yes, call queue.
Captain, all MISC items have been loaded, so has the catering.
Great!
Much appreciated.
Right, back to VHF1 for Tehran, who we'll be talking to shortly. Orkin 1993 says next to the Omo Straits, where loads of drones and missiles have passed. Uh-oh. John, it was the load master telling you forgot something. Can he go back? Oh, anything to not use the loading program in this. Nah. That aside, it is merely a skill issue on my part, not knowing how to use the loading format. This is the most sublime add-on you can get. It has everything. You know, a very well modelled 777. I mean, we're only scratching the surface, flying from A to B, but you have several emergencies modelled. All these circuit breakers are all working as far as I know. So for example, if I turn on the weather radar, which I forgot to do prior to departure, and I'm sure if I pull the weather radar circuit breaker, let's go weather left, it works. Let's try something else. TCAS, there you go. Look, TCAS off, perfect. Put it back in, transport it, so there you go. Several circuit breakers are modelled. It's very, very impressive. What else could I pull? Stick shaker, that's okay. Does the 777 simulate taxi camera? I have no idea, I don't know. Didn't know if I had one. Stefano says, Captain, you ever consider trying out being a controller on VATSIM? I have. I think it would be carnage if I certainly streamed it, so no. We got a Tehran 1352. Spectacular, but the scenery over Iran is absolutely spectacular. Tehran said Salam alaikum, it's Emirates 77 Foxtrot, climbing flight level 330 Gapco.
Emirates 77 Foxtrot, Tehran, good evening, identified, climb maintain flight level 330.
Climb maintain flight level 330, Emirates 77 Foxtrot. 330 set, and that's our final cruise. Group flight with Captain controlling London. It's going to take years to get like your London endorsement though for en route. Hello Irish Paul, it says last time I watched your video was 2 years ago when I didn't have a computer. Now I have a computer and myself flying VATSIM with Microsoft Flight Sim 24. Fantastic, very good. Where's your favourite route? What is your favourite route? Planey says select ICAS on left inboard display, select 2, select left ICAS on ICAS display, select it, press engine 3. Is that to get the displays? Or the expanded display? Crikey. Josh Hayden, no. Josiah says you would need C1 and with VATSIM UK that would take 4 years, yeah. No time for VATSIM controlling these days, not with a 7-month-old baby. Work, I'm going to have a very busy winter schedule I think as well. And flying planes, and learning to fly new planes takes up a lot of my spare time as it is. Excuse me, sorry that. Bit of a cup of tea. Excuse me. But yeah, no, we've had a lot of fun. Fearless 742. This aircraft is released tomorrow, so for all of you X-Plane 12 pilots, you'll have the best modelled modern freighter available. I say best modern because obviously the Fearless 742 I'm a massive fan of. I've flown that last couple of streams before. You're well catered for. explain. I do wait patiently for a decent 747-400. Excuse me, I'm just opening the window in my office. An aircraft I'm yet to fly virtually, and probably the last, sort of 90s or early 2000s era jet, which I haven't flown. So I look forward to. I guess PMDG will be the first to make that. Irish Pal, you do Schiphol Gatwick pretty frequently. Today flew with Air Not Edinburgh, Copenhagen, Prague. Very good. I think I've seen his videos pop up on my feed a few times. Very, very nice. They could join VATSIM USA. They're much faster. In a retired life, if I'm hopefully still going, I might join VATSIM. Peace, Skycheck, welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon to you, or good evening. Or Arabian, in your case, Simba UK, of course. PMDG might have one in 2024, in 2027 or 2028. Crikey. Maybe before GTA 6 is released. John did sound fighting off burglars. No, I was leaning over to my office window to try and open it whilst still keeping my headset on, which was a mistake. Let's get that heading bug updated. Cool. And there is Iran on the nose, guys, or Gezim Island, I believe. So you can just see it there on the nose, looking beautiful. Oh, Ancient Scratch It, very generous of you once again. I've just seen that pop up. Thank you very much indeed. 5 gifted members. We've got Golden Aviation, Irish Palace, just popped up in chat. JD Doggo, Beaufort, and Mech Jake. Welcome aboard. That was a gifted member. Gifted members from Ancient Scratch. Thank you very much. Very generous of you. Awesome.
Approaching minimums.
Nope, just gone into a bit of a layer of cloud out of nowhere. So one thing I've noticed, I have this wing view, which this camera I've had to put outside, so that would be the best noise. But look, I've noticed the engine doesn't spin. Now if you move it this way, great, it spins, but you've got the outside audio for the wing view. But the inside view, it stops the engine spinning, so it's a bit of a pain really for the wing view. It's like, I guess they've just modelled it so, obviously because it's a freighter aircraft, when you're inside it doesn't, save resources, it stops the engine from spinning as an animation. There we are, flight level 330. We'll be here for about an hour and 10 minutes before we start out descent. Nice tailwind as well. Irish Pal says today's a jackpot day. Got gifted 2 subscriptions for 2 different channels. Ah, someone is looking over you, Irish Pal. Welcome to your gifted membership. Thank you very much, Itch It and Scratch It. And Edo, one of my mods I saw, popped in the command sync. Follow the commands from Nightbot there to join the members only Discord for the month. Hello, home email. During winter ops, if de-icing and anti-icing has been completed, only full toga is required, or you can use selected temperature. Now, at my operator, we used to have a SOP which stated for any de-icing anti-icing you'd go TO 1 or 24K in the NG. Now, slightly changed. We just take no assumed temperature. That's an operator-specific SOP. Golden Aviation Reel is very excitedly putting capital letters. Cannot believe my luck. Recently won the 777, and now won a membership yesterday, and another one today. Thank you so much, Itch and Scratch It. Well, there you go. Someone is looking over you as well, Golden Aviation Reel. Welcome. Tell you one thing I do miss in the FlightFactor freighter. I don't get the random calls from cabin crew asking for coffee and for meals. Where's that? Why isn't the loadmaster providing me with a meal? I guess a real loadmaster would tell you to shove it. No, I learned that today. I didn't realise. I've got friends at DHL as well. I didn't realise that a loadmaster actually flies with the flight crew. I just presumed it was the flight crew on board, and then obviously at your destination you meet with the loadmaster, who would obviously manage the loading and loading of the freighter. Yeah, this is a superb add-on. Homie Mo, how come you're not in PMDG beta testing team for the 737 lineup? Type rating, type trainer, years of experience, or maybe you declined yourself? I've never been asked. I don't think I could provide them the time they'd probably want from me to do such a thing these days. Probably 2 or 3 years ago. But best thing happened to me this year, which was having a baby, and changed my life. As fellow parents and fathers and mothers and chats would attest, it's hard work, but wouldn't change it back. It's incredible. Felix, hope you're doing well. How's the progress of your freighter? Is it going to be released this week? I know a lot of people have been asking me. The last couple of trips have been a lot of fun flying that aircraft. Awesome. Welcome to Iran, ladies and gentlemen. That's Ortho Zoom level 15. Good news as well, everyone. With doing absolutely nothing, I've had no issues with X-plane loading for the last 4 or 5 days. Don't know why, I've done absolutely nothing apart from install the Fearless 742 and freighter. Got a message here. Thank you, Virgin 4. Have a safe landing, Captain. Now at top descent into Heathrow. Thank you very much. Enjoy your approach. I have to say the flight factor is very well optimised. Yeah, 73 FPS here. Wow. Look how good it looks. And how beautiful does Iran look as well. You know, it's such a shame that world affairs and whatnot prohibit so many beautiful and amazing places to visit. I'd love to visit some of the Middle Eastern countries, but you know, in this world we live in, I don't think I'd ever visit Iran, unfortunately. But I've met and flown with Iranian people, and they're the nicest possible people. Such a shame. I've noticed there's a little bit of clipping. Can you hear that with the engines outside? Maybe it's my imagination. Sounds okay. I know, John. I have jinxed it. Off to Ashgabat. I wonder. I was thinking about this earlier. Before today, I didn't know what the capital of Turkmenistan was. I now know it's Ashgabat. I was wondering if it was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, how much you'd win if that's the sort of question they asked. What's the capital of Ashgabat? Oh, sorry, of Turkmenistan. I bet it would be like a £64,000 question, or maybe even higher. Or should I say dollars? Hello Irishball, what are your PC specifications? You'll see if you look up slightly, Josiah played the command, you'll find out my specs for my 4-year-old PC, which I will be upgrading next year. I need a bit more VRAM. In the flyby you can really hear the clipping, let's have a listen. Oh, I couldn't hear it there. God, look at that view. I'm so glad we're 12 hours behind live time. That's fantastic. I bet it's a pointless answer on pointless. good equivalent, Greg Scott. Hello Sasha, using X-Plane again, keeping it as vanilla as possible at the moment. Zeebo's working well. We have a similar PC. What is your general frame rate in X-Plane? I'd say, obviously en route here, I'm getting very high FPS, but sort of, if I was to be in the Fearless or the FlyJ Sim or this at London Heathrow, a lot of traffic, 30-ish, 25-30 with a little bit of lag, but it's not an issue. I can pretty much do what I want when I want. Turkmeni music could be surprisingly good. I don't know much about Turkmenistan. I was actually looking up earlier some interesting facts about Turkmenistan because I was genuinely curious. And what I'll do now is give you some interesting facts about Turkmenistan, if you like. Let me just get some suitable backing music for my for my tourist information guide on Turkmenistan. Let me just find my epidemic sound board. I think they've got some sort of ad style sound sound things. I love one thing about virtual flying is I find it quite curious when people request certain destinations. I like to look around and see what there is, and I think in the last sort of few years I've really learnt geographically some really fantastic locations and the background of the sort of people from that country as well. Right, what we got here? Music, moods, we want themes, ads, promos, there we go. Let's go with elegant ads. Should we try this one? Let's see how it sounds. No, don't like that. Don't like that. No, don't like elegant ads. Let's go with Black Friday style ads. Crikey. Right, here you go. Would you like 9 fascinating facts about Turkmenistan? Turkmenistan is one of the least visited countries in the world. Only had 8,900 visitors in 2012. And you'll see below, it's not due to the lack of people, it's just there's not many ways of visiting. Another fact, Turkmenistan is 70% desert. Travelling across Turkmenistan, you'll encounter lots of sand. The Devarza gas crater is a man-made mistake from the Soviet Union. There we are. And it's really cool if you look that up on the video, saw it earlier. The Turkmenistan is home to several Silk Road cities and a UNESCO site. There we are. You can always tell a Turkmen man by his telpek, that's his hat on his head. And plov is the favourite dish in Turkmenistan. There you are. Learn something new every day. But yeah, it's... yeah, there you go. It's some interesting things. You're really selling it, I know. Who wants to go to Ashgabat with me? But that's where we're going. And Emirates, I was looking there, do fly. Oh no, sorry, not Emirates. What's the... Is it Fly Dubai, the 737 operator from Dubai, flying to Ashgabat? John Pilton, I can't tell if you're taking it seriously or not. But there we are, that's a new country ticked off in our virtual adventure. I was actually having a look earlier, I lost track of this, but over 200,000 people, unbelievably, or it's had 2,000 hits, because I think every time I go on it counts as one, has visited my destination map, which I've put on in chat there. So if you look at that, you can see every single sector I've ever streamed since I started streaming. I keep that up to date, and we're going to have a nice new line from Dubai to Ashgabat today. Perfect. We'll do a little fuel and time check here at Azmuk, 2 miles ahead.
Caution to mountain at the flight level 8,000 and...
Caution to the mountain at 8,000. Oh. Right, we should probably save some time and fuel to the shortcut, or probably not. Azmuk 26, yeah, 26 minutes airborne. We should have 17 tons of fuel, or 16, look at that, 16,938, 16,9, bang on. Fuel burn, 6.6 tons. Is it progress? 6.6, bang on the flight plan, perfect. So this is just the 777 freighter sim brief profile, not actually linked with FlightFactor at all. Fly Dubai only has 737s, but they just ordered 115 321 Neos. Wow, that's crazy. Are they switching aircraft? And they've got 37 87s as well. Wow, that's really interesting. Fly Dubai is owned by the Emirati government, isn't it? And like Emirates, or is it a private company? It's something I considered a number of years ago, probably around the same time I started this channel, about, you know, would I one day fly long haul, but as most of you well know, the work-life balance wouldn't suit what I like, so. But there we are. 777-200 freighter over Iran. Beautiful afternoon here. All desert here. There's a little bit of audio clipping from the engines. I've noticed that with the passenger variant sometimes when moving the camera around.
And control calling 246 at the south ramp. Engines
Awesome.
ready to taxi with the latest. 246 taxi rolling point runway 25 right. West Bravo back taxi runway 25 left.
It's very sparsely populated.
Holding point and sorry, what was the intersection? Via Bravo, backtrack 25 left. Via Bravo, backtrack 25
What's the actual benefit of doing long haul? Flying one of these. I don't know. See the world. You know, there's an element of that. I think if I was, how old am I now? 15, 16 years younger, and obviously had the opportunity to fly one of these, I would have certainly done it straight away. But like I've said so many times, the work-life balance, I'm very fortunate to be based at home now, and with our working roster, it's fantastic. Wouldn't dream of leaving, and I love working here as well. The colleagues are fantastic. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Thanks for your subscription, Sergey. Welcome aboard. Hey, meanwhile, what countries have you travelled to in real life as a tourist, and what countries are you planning to visit? I'll try and go backwards. Last time abroad was Tenerife for a holiday a couple of years ago. I've had a few holidays in the UK since then, but obviously I got married, having the baby, priorities a bit different the last couple of years. And then really, I hadn't been much out of the UK since COVID. So busy with work. Had some older members of the channel will be I had a bit of an up and down in my life a few years back. Different life and changed, but yeah, in my 20s I was very fortunate to visit some fantastic places. I went to New Zealand, North Island, the Maldives I went to visit as well, Cape Verde, New York, lived in Arizona for 6 months as well, but yeah, I'd love to go to the Mauritius. That's something I'd like to do. It's on my bucket list, but next year we're going to have a break in Menorca, Mahon, which is one of the Balearic Islands. For if you didn't know, it's because I think it's a little bit more family orientated compared to Ibiza and Magaluf. Palma. Visited London once, brilliant. Yeah, so many great places to visit and travel. But yeah, here we are, flying very nicely. Let's have a little look around this cargo deck then. So the cockpit's very well modelled, you know, lots of little features and nooks and crannies. All these little latches are modelled to. I have no clue what that actually does or controls from the jump seat here. The coat hangers shake around in turbulence, which I didn't know if you were aware, which is quite cool. You've got stowage there for suitcase, no seat, no stowage there, because that's just something you need there. The noise back here is great. I think you have what everyone wants on a well-modelled desktop simulated aircraft, a toilet with a flush. There you go. Sold already. Oh! It's my boudoir. Very good, so that's where the bunks are. That looks like the same sort of seat you see in the common room of a sixth form. Very uncomfortable. There we are, so there's the crew rest areas. Let's not lock ourselves in there. Back here, look. Oh, cool! You've got all the safety equipment. Looks like a first aid kit of some sorts, torch, spare headsets, oxygen, blankets. See if there's anything hidden. I've not actually looked in these before. Paperwork. What? Genuinely, this is my first time opening this. What does this say? Property of Dr. Sheldon Cooper, PhD. Do not touch. I think that's a reference to the Big Bang Theory there. Unbelievable. And some looks like circuit breakers.
Funny 246, wind 130.004.
Very interesting.
Runway 25 right.
And then to get into the main galley here, look.
Takeoff report Air 12246 heavy.
That or stowage for copes or something. It's very well modelled. Lots of nooks and crannies to discover, and I've probably missed half of them. Let's go to the main deck. Where's my cargo gone? Oh, there it is. My cargo's loaded in. So yeah, I have to say, the FPS drops off slightly back here. I think it's because it's very well modelled. Loads of 3D parts, all the parts of the floor here, but we didn't actually see what we've got on board today. It's I think it's called ULDs or something. Oh, there we are. It's shaking around. I don't know what's in there, but it's alive. But there you are, and you have the ability to change this type of loads, but it is fully loaded according to the EFB. It's a little bit of a... This was covered in ice. But yeah, the modelling is very, very good. So would a loadmaster go back and check this periodically? You know, to check everything's secure, not moving, en route, or just pretty much leave it in the back? It's very well modelled. Bit of spare space here though. Carrying lots of air today. But yeah, I mean, when we were playing around with this, obviously it'd probably be greyed out now, but on the weight and balance loading page, I think it's greyed out, but when you go to the config you can choose what type of load you have, different sized crates or ULDs. So yeah. How's our VNAV? He's been behaving really nicely. I mean, we'll have a little play around with the systems of the FMC. Gross weight, usual page, very similar to the 731 route page. Next page to check your actual routing. This, buttons in op, apparently. Fixed page, fixed rings, legs.
Station calling 321.5.
FMC com in op, but it does have ACARs via. Oh yeah, I just need to match my thrust levers up now. I love that. I love that little. You can see where your actual physical thrust levers are. That's a feature I really do like. Is it on an add-on? Only 2 pages on the progress page. We'll see how it is on the approach. Talking about the approach, I'd like to talk to the man that designed this star. Have a look at this. So this is our arrival. Because of the terrain and whoever built this airport, it goes to this waypoint called Gudra. Okay, so Gudra is over here, and we're coming in on the RICOP 29 Alpha arrival, and then most likely we'll fly an ILS approach today on to runway 29. Look at how Gudra is obviously positioned over here to the sort of north of the final approach track. So that means if you actually put the correct star and transition in, look at the picture. So ILS 29 left, Gudra transition, execute. Look at this picture. This isn't a FlightFactor issue, it's actually the way that the route's designed. Look at this. It doesn't actually work. And this is a transition. So no, the routing is after RICOP, route direct to Gudra. So I'll put that in. And then after Gudra, centrifix. Look at this picture. This is actually accurate. This is what it would look like. So this star, if you're coming in this direction, you can't really go straight outbound because it has to go to Gudra first, which is the starlet, RICOP to Gudra, and then if you go here, the Gudra transition is in the pretty much opposite direction. So the star doesn't work. You have to really enter the hold. So this isn't an error from FlightFactor. This is how it would try and join up the approach. Now, what I did at the pre-flight is I simply went from the point of the star RICOP, not direct to Gudra, but direct to the centrifix, and then just a left turn on final. But it just doesn't. It doesn't work, and it's very unusual to sort of see that. There are certain places where arrivals don't quite work like that. So I've got two options. I can either delete the Gudra transition, just route direct to the centrifix, which is probably the most realistic option. No doubt they'd have radar here in real life, so under approach ref There you go. So you get radar control, radar minimums. You know, so ATC would descend you down to 4,700 feet once you're clear of terrain, and then you could intercept from that track. But yeah, it doesn't quite work. So there are a few airports where the star doesn't always work with the arrival. So sometimes if you're a new simmer and you put these stars and transitions in, you look at this and go, oh, it's broken. No, it's actually in real life. Certain arrivals just don't. They're designed, a lot of UK airports especially, are designed to terminate at a hold. So airports in the Midlands like Manchester, actually no, I think Manchester has a day arrival, but a place like Birmingham and East Midlands, the arrival terminates at a hold. So the star doesn't actually join up at all. So you just have to modify it based off what you can expect. So as we've sort of just said here, what we'll do is just get rid of Goodra, execute. Now, the only problem is that RICOP restriction, 170 above, leaves us very high. So if I delete this temporarily, 6,800 feet, that's the problem. That restriction leaves you 10,000 feet high. So actually, a better option, guys, I think what we'll do, because of this, I think I know what would happen in real life now. That's 17,000 feet or above, then 23 miles, you wouldn't be able to lose the height. So I think what we'll do is put the hold in. We'll do that, enter the hold, and then fly straight in. I think that would be the most realistic option. So yeah, let's do this. I'm going to go ILS-29 left because of this RICOP restriction. It's actually way too high. I'd love to see on flight radar how it works. And what we'll do is holding working okay in the flight factor. I just know historically add-ons and holds don't always work that well.
So
RICOP to Goodra, that's what I need to find. There we are. So what we're going to do is actually enter the hold. This would be the most realistic, I'd say, the safest way of doing it because of the terrain here. But yeah, that's why, now I know, this restriction leaves you too high. So what we're going to do is put the hold in, Goodra, hold, at, and then it's 283 right-hand turns. Do the parallel entry, well that would be an offset entry in this direction. Let's have a clear in the picture.
Box Sam 2 Victor.
There you go, that's much better. So now we're going to go to Goodra, descend in the hold because of the RICOP restriction leaving us so high, and then we can go straight outbound. Perfect. So that's really the only way we could do it safely without losing too much height. I don't know if Turkmenistan has a VATSIM VACC. Yeah, a lot of UK airports, Scottish airports, of course it is a UK airport, would have stars that terminate like that. Kodama, have you ever flown jump seat on a cargo jet or any other interesting aircraft? I haven't, no. I've always, I've jump seated plenty of times at my operator, but never on another aircraft or airline. I think in the US, jump seating is a lot more common, and you can do it between airlines. Not so much in Europe. Yeah, the audio is definitely clipping a bit, isn't it? If I just pause it. Can you hear that? How do I stop that? Very good. Put my jazz back on. Harry says, who are you flying to Mahon with? Team Orange, Blue or Red? The one that gives me staff travel.
You're not following the standard route direct to south.
Finn says, in real life it's always 250 knots to Velag and leave Velag around heading north vectors to ILS 279. Might live local with a scanner. Very good. That sounds like East Midlands. I have been in that airport before. Valley. What comments?
I'm going 901 to run. Good evening to the scope 5616. Scope 5616, can guard 921. Gunny 246, report top of diesel.
Desire. Oh, that narrows down who you fly for. What, Japan Airlines? Yes. Beautiful over Iran. Our freight is in the back. Yeah. It's all desert, isn't it? God, you can see for miles today. Probably good 70 nautical miles, I reckon. Plenty inserted in the little engine display trick. I put it in Discord. Is there any benefit of having the secondary engine instruments constantly up though? As long as it pops up when you have an issue. Anyway, I'm going to do something slightly different next live stream, I've decided. Next episode of my Microsoft Flight Sim career, but helicopters. How does that sound? I don't know, I fancy feeling doing something a bit different. We've done a couple of chopper streams and I quite enjoyed them. Japan to Mahot must be quite the cheaper to 73. Oh yeah. About 12, 13 hours. I'll be back home in the UK on my annual leave, so there. Awesome. Almost halfway, guys. Hour 59 into the stream. Should have been an hour 29. I made an hate, got to take my little dog on a flight soon. I've assumed that she'll be well looked after, but as a bit of a nerd, do you need to do anything special for livestock? Now, my operator doesn't carry livestock. I have, however, had a dog on board once for a passenger who had to have a dog. He wasn't blind, he had different needs, but it was the most incredible experience for me, because the owner of the dog, travelling with the wife, had no issue with me seeing it, and it was a Labrador. And I had a Labrador at work. It was amazing and very well trained, and I was very respectful. Saying, "Can I see your dog? Am I able to?" He said, "Absolutely, go and sit next to him." So I got to play with a Labrador on the turnaround whilst we were waiting for the assisted passenger service to take them away. It was awesome. I'll never forget it. Beautiful golden Labrador. But no, to answer your question, yes, I'm the welfare of animals on flights, I think, is pretty well. They're pretty well catered for. I've never had to take Jack with me or anything like that on a flight, but yeah, I'm sure she'll be absolutely fine. Blaney, isn't that what you get when you blank the lower D in the 7.3? The pilot I got it from says it's useful to monitor the engine in cruise whilst having comm on the lower D. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you can get the expanded display by selecting the engine twice, but we just deselect on the NG completely. We don't even have the option on the NG, the original ones. It sounds like we're in a spa. Oh, I'll turn that down slightly. Maiden, cheers! Feels like a good child in the hole. Oh, she'll be fine. Every day, thousands of animals travel on flights. Thanks for subscribing as well, Michelle Roma. Welcome on board. Hope you're doing very well. Is this Cloudflare thing sorted? I don't even know what Cloudflare powers, but did cause issues with us on VATSIM earlier being able to log on. Home email is forward holding the 737 pressurised. Yes, the holds are pressurised, but don't stow away in the police. There you go. Kabuta Plop said, I used to take loads of dogs on board, animals in cargo hold. It was usually well cared for, only the baggage handlers would often throw the cages around. I'd like to think that doesn't happen, but I haven't ever seen that before. Harry Hibbard, Sam, can you please explain how cell call works, how you use it as a pilot? I don't have cell call fitted to our fleet. We have HF, but only on a few of the aircraft, so I don't know how cell call works. Basically, it's a ping through VHF, isn't it? How's everything going on, Harry? I think Harry Hibbard's on his type rating at the moment for a UK operator. Chefrock's FlightFactor's modelling is actually 100% better than PMDG's. Nah, the PMDG is very, very good. I think this has more models. God, look at this terrain. It's just, you know, we're flying over Iran right now, and look at this, there's a little road here. And look, something there, I don't know, solar panels or field. None of us in our lifetime will ever go here to this one place. I mean, has anyone in chat ever been to Iran before? Ortho zoom level 15, this is great. Yanis Abelout. You can say that Cloudflare protects the majority of apps around the world, so you can enjoy a nice cup of tea whilst watching Netflix. No, hopefully not Kabuta Plop as well. Thomas Vashon, there's about cell call. Basically, Morse code sent over HF. Here's your code, you get a cell call alert, then you turn your radios up. Yeah, so basically, with HF, you don't want to be monitoring that frequency continuously because it's just static. So cell call is essentially when they want you to get your attention, they'll send you a ping, and then you can tune and turn up the volume on HF. Harry Hibbard, it's okay, thank you for asking. Getting intense now, we're all thoroughly cooked. Very interesting though, but the sheer volume of information in such a short time is diabolical. Welcome to a type rating. It's a lot to take on. I mean, I remember doing my type rating, and obviously I teach this now, so it's sort of second nature. But yeah, I remember it was very intense. Cloudflare is a service that started to prevent DDoS attacks. Nowadays it has a lot of services, probably VATSIM uses them to protect the service. Yeah, I think every time I use SimBrief to then file a flight plan with VATSIM, it comes up with a message showing, you know, checking if you're a robot or whatnot, and it always has a Cloudflare website. Dan Durrani, V1 posted an interview with PMDG CEO yesterday. Very interesting. Yeah, that came up on my feed. I've not watched it, but that's cool. I've spoken to Mr. Rindazzo. I never remember his surname. When he sent over the 777. Yeah, it was very nice to actually speak to him for the first time after using his products for many years. Use Bali, greetings. Ever thought about visiting Africa? I would love to visit Africa one day. Flown into Morocco a few times, but I'd love to visit South Africa, Cape Town. My aunt's actually just come back from South Africa. Had an amazing time. Okay, what's our ETA? 602, alright. Sasha, been to Uganda, very cool. Was that with work? Thanks, Spray. When's this released? Still tomorrow? I believe so. I think that's the plan. It's to be released on Wednesday. Oh, that's a good point. I don't think the replay is working with this add-on yet. I think I disabled it to get more performance. I know you can turn it on in the settings, but I did this on my test sector. My performance dropped off quite a lot. Lost a lot of FPS and a bit of lag. So we will terminate the stream on stand today, just because it doesn't work. I think they disable the ability for flight information to be recorded because there's so much going on with this add-on in the background. Harry, do you specialise in any particular ground school subjects or type rating, or do you teach everything across the board with a bit of chalk and talk? So, as TRE, generally I don't do any ground school classes. They're generally reserved for the TRIs or my operator. We have a role called SFI, which is essentially a first officer with a TRI rating. So they do a lot of the ground school classes, but we actually have something called TKIs, theoretical knowledge instructors, who do the sort of initial course studies. And a lot of these guys are retired pilots or just engineers and whatnot. Now, a lot of the technical aspects of the training is done at home with e-learning. However, in-class instruction is done on SOPs. There's a day on cabin crew SCP training, dangerous goods, performance. I haven't been rostered for those for ages. We have a day on SOPs, which I have done as a TRE. I haven't done much this year. We have a technical refresher day. So yeah, it's a lot of it self-learning, but the whole ground school lasts, I think, 2-3 weeks or so, maybe a bit longer. And then the type rating is quite intense as well. I have 12 fixed base sessions and then 7 full flight sessions before the LST. Josh Fredder says, why does X80C chatter doesn't play the correct airport files on my machine? No idea, I've never used it, sir. Homemo says, with frost that usually occurs on cars, windows during night with temperatures around 0 to 1, would you ask for de-icing, anti-icing for airplane if plane was on stand overnight? Yeah, well, I mean, typically, what I've found is, I'm guessing my operator is quite proactive, so I think it's usually with whatever agreement they have with the de-icing provider at the airport. I think if it's less than 5 degrees, I always get to, at my base, I get to the aircraft on the stand, first wave, and it's already been de-iced in most cases, if it's what they call active frost conditions. So in active frost conditions, pretty clear, or there's no precipitation, no actual sort of freezing conditions per se. And with active frost, the holdover time is hours, 4 or 5 hours. So, generally speaking, on first wave, yeah, the aircraft's already de-iced when you get there. The paperwork is already on the plane. So, very rarely, my base, do I have to ask for de-icing where it's needed. Turnaround's a different matter. I have to obviously liaise with the service provider, do a contamination check, and then decide whether you need to be de-iced. And then de-icing is really depends on the airport. Most places I've been is on stand. A few is de-icing with engines running on a remote stand. Very rarely, some actually require you to taxi to remote stand and then shut the engines down and de-ice, which I've never actually done in real life. But yeah, plan is, guys, next stream I'll jump into the iFly PMDG and we'll do a couple of sectors in Wintrops, because I'm flying next week going to the east and it is already very, very cold there, so it's a bit of a refresher for myself. I'm sure you'll say in chat as well. I hope you'll find it quite beneficial if I practice and you watch on stream. A Big Pine Maurice, how long does a type rating take roughly? What, a couple of months? 3 months? Not too long. Well, actually 3 months is a long time. I remember the politics not that bad yet. I've actually not looked, to be fair. Valley 18, thank you very much for your continued support as a member. I hope you're doing very well. Good to see you here in chat today as well. Hello, Flyman Sam 737. Good evening, guys. We might make today 99,000 subscribers. What are we on now? I've got the exact number on my phone. 98,985. So 15 more people to subscribe today. If you're in the background, hello. And then only 1,000 left. I think we'll be hard pushed for 100,000 subs this year, unless I find some sort of viral short to upload. Walker says, do you get salaries during your first type rent? Very much varies per operator. Some are bonded ratings, others are not. Just depends. Sasha, you went to Uganda with friends. One of them is Ugandan community leader. Mix of fun, family, humanitarian, church-based stuff, medical and visitor child. I was sponsoring at the time. Fantastic. What an experience. Desire plays super close to 100k, not long to go. Early next year, hopefully. Valley 18, do you think you can prepare for a type rating beforehand? Absolutely. The technical aspects you can really get into before a type rating. I mean, I've not done a type rating in 15 years. I think my operator would send students all of the documentation out prior to the course, so you can start studying the FCOM and incorporated SOP manual. The training department I work for provides fantastic documentation on the type rating as well, so various exercises and also for line training as well. There's a lot you can get your teeth sunk into, and I've said this before, you know, flight simulators, these desktop simulators are not official training aids, but my goodness, they're great at supplementing flight training. So I had back in 2010 FSX PMDG 737 on my cronky old laptop, all for performance, but it's really, really good to practice basically scanning all the parameters and making sure everything worked properly. Harry Hibbard, yeah, memory items limitations are really handy to know beforehand. Yep. That's why I still have in my desk all of the limitations. Oh my goodness. Anthony, where's that come from? That was most generous, buddy. You didn't need to do that. $50.
And that's a career. I'm thinking that I'll have more time to watch streams, but I'm guessing I'll be busier in retirement. Take your family out for an evening on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a massive congrats to Anthony? Anthony is one of the eldest members of the, well, not oldest, he's been the longest member on the channel, one of the oldest. Part and parcel, really. I've got to know him on a bit of a more of a personal level over the last few years. We do occasionally chat every month or so. His son is in flight training in the US, or getting his hours, and he's had how many years, Anthony, as a police officer in the US? Amazing. And you've just retired, and the way of you celebrating retirement is said to be $50. You didn't need to do that. Very generous of you. And what a career you've had. 29 years. There you go, as of today. Amazing. Well done, buddy. And go get your sim updated and enjoy the flying virtually. Enjoy. Ah, fantastic news, buddy. Amazing. Hooray to Anthony, absolutely. A few years left in me yet. And I hope your young lad's getting on well as well. I mean, I love how pilots and refuelers yell at each other on stands to get the final fuel figures. I never thought that's how it's happening. Yep. First thing we do, pull on stand, and you get this on the side of the fuselage on the right hand side. Wait for it. F opens window. 9.2 or nueve dos. Gracias. Yeah, that's how we do it. Pretty standard across the industry, I think. Anthony, yeah, he's cranking out the hours, working on his commercial rating. Excellent. Of course, US still needing your 1,500 hours, are you, to get your... No, wait, I can't remember how many hours you need for your CPL now. Amazing, Anthony. That's fantastic news, buddy. Hello, Garrison Abrams. Finally caught a stream. Love the content. Thank you very much. Welcome. He only needs 1,000 restricted for the air transport. Is that air transport pilot's license? US our requirements is I don't fully comprehend them. Obviously, when I was in the US, it was under back then a JAR license. Before obviously EASA became JAR and whatnot, but I wasn't doing a US license per se. And I remember the instructors saying, "Oh, you know, you're going to be flying a jet with 300 hours. You know, it's not fair." All this sort of stuff. Vitus, thanks for your message on X-Pilot. Just landed. Virgin 4 to Heathrow. London is beautiful. In winter's night sky, absolutely. And here we are at Iran, enjoying the fantastic scenery. Where it's only -17 at total air temperature. Warm air. Though I think the orf over there is going to... Oh no, is that just a giant cloud? Yeah, I think it's clouds. The landscape hasn't changed for the last hour. Just desert. Well, Anthony, very generous of you again. $50. It's enough to do that. I should be sending you $50. Home email says, what is on that little slip that the refueler gives you? Is there a bill that you have to hand at your operator? It's usually, for me, it says I love you or something. It's the litre uplift, So with that, we take that slip and we check the specific gravity of the fuel against what we're expecting. So when we land on stand, we'll say we land with 3 tons in the tanks, and we need 9 tons in the next sector. So we know we need to uplift 6 tons. We work out how many litres that is. So 6 tons. Work out the specific gravity, and then we compare that against the fuel receipt, and then we reverse that calculation to make sure the kilos is within 200 kilos. We just make sure that we have the fuel that's been uplifted in the tanks. And in 15 years, I've never had any issues with that check. I just think you need fuel there. Oh dear. So Anthony, in the US, the FAA allows pilots that are going to college and get degrees to get their restricted ATP at 1,000 hours. Interesting. They can get into a regional airliner, and when he hits the 1,500 hours, he gets his ATP. Very interesting. Is that quite a new thing, Anthony? Right turn. Fireman Sam says, what does your day in the life look like? What, at work or outside of work? That varies. But the last 10 years, interesting, Anthony. Yeah, work. I thought I'd say 5 and Sam. Well, typically for me, well, I'll show you my post-it note. Hold on. I've had this post-it note. It's got nothing that gives anything away. No, I'll have to cover a little bit. Hold on, wrong camera. This post-it note is what I do before I go to work. So, there you go. See this post-it note here? Just hiding my thumb there. Ignore the crossing out where it says Halifax, Toronto, Montreal. No idea what that is. So this is what I check. So we have an app called the Electronic Flight Log. So before I go to work, I check the weather, the NOTAMs, what else is there? The route, aircraft status. So if there's anything there I need to check in the MEL. I then pre-populate my app, my Jefferson app, with the charts. Check the airfield brief. I then load the OPT, the performance tool. Check the engine out SIDS, pre-populate. And then at the bottom there, if I'm line training, is it a line training flight or a line check? So if it's a line training flight or a line check, I need to create some documentation on our app, generate forms, check their training records. So if they're line training, if they're just a new cadet, I have to sort of see where they how they're progressing with their line training. You look at their previous training record for the last sort of 3-4 sectors, see if they're struggling or anything they need to work on, and then you sort of cater the day for that. So as a line trainer, generally speaking, you want a cadet to do as much handling as possible. So for 4 sectors, I generally get to fly 3. Depends how intense or how the day's gone. But yeah, that's it. Do that. If my wife's in a particularly good mood, which is most days, she'll make my lunch. Yeah, go to work, fly the sectors. We typically report an hour before the duty. Go flying, go back, post-duty paperwork on the iPad, and then go home. That's it in a nutshell.
Thank you very much. Cross runway 29er left on Alpha over.
So jealous you guys get Jeppy charts. They're so nice compared to Lido. Oh yeah, Lido charts I've seen. Don't like them. Jefferson's better. We changed Jefferson a couple of years ago. And I did like the format of the old charts, a bit simpler, but Jefferson's just, yeah. Their app we use for en routes, and the chart's fantastic. Val, do cadets fail their type rating or line training sometimes? Very rarely. Very, very rarely. It does happen. Sometimes it could be they have things going on in the background. If that's the case, they're certainly given what I must stress is every person is given every opportunity if they're perhaps falling behind, be it additional training or time off or whatever it is, to get through. It's not like they're dropped or chopped, but if it gets to a point where for whatever reason they can't do it or can't get to it, then yes, there would be a decision that has to be made. I'm not involved in that process at all, just train the pilots, but obviously if I found that the performance was below standard, we can do certain things, recommend things higher up training course, but yeah, very rarely. Very, very rarely. I've not trained or had anyone that's not gone through, and that's not my training in particular or any style, but generally the standard is good. Very good. Harry, would you ever consider becoming a base trainer for operator? Not based in one of the base training bases, but it's a very intense day, and sometimes you have to go fly out different bases, and then operations need the aircraft. So I'm quite happy. I didn't think I'd get to Thierry at my age, but very happy to just maintain this role. John, but remember, you can't teach you everything. It's unteachable. I mean, it's just raw talent can only go so far. Just ask the guys, can I have a quick break just for a few minutes to the toilet before we start getting ready for descent? I mean, we looked at a lot of the approach already. I'll be back in a short while. Tehran, Emirates 77 Foxtrot. Mind if I just go for a break for 5 minutes? Thank you. Guys, I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes or so, and then we'll start setting up for the approach into where we're going. Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. See you shortly. There he is. He's not been on a stream for a while. Ah, wrong button. Welcome back, everyone. Put yoke cam on the floor for a second. Oh, he's tending to himself. Just 25. I wish. Welcome back. I just better tell the control I'm back here as well. Tehran sent Emirates 77 Foxtrot back. Thank you.
Welcome back.
So best start looking at this approach. You'll watch him fall asleep in a second. Now, what do we need to find out about Ashgabat? So let's bring up the. Oh no, I can't have charts and yoke cam because I don't think it's configured. Well, I can if I do that manually. Haha, very good. So coming in then, overhead Silpo to Rikop, which is pretty much where the start is there. That's the aircraft ahead of us. They're going inbound there as well. The Challenger's 60, the Formula 1 call sign. So from Rikop, we're going to make a right turn track 043 to Gudra, and we already discussed this earlier. This star is not designed to get you onto the approach. It's designed to get you to this hold and the initial approach fix, because you cannot go from Gudra and this track from Rikop, coming in this direction, remember, onto the approach. It's too close, massively overshoot. So what we're going to do is fly into Gudra, enter the hold.
You're descending below the minimum altitude. Maintain flight level 150.
Oh dear, someone's about to crash. And then we'll go once from the hold, inbound to Gudra, and then outbound towards the localizer onto the ILS. Now, it's a 777. You don't have to do anything. You don't need to tune any ILS frequencies. You don't need to set any courses. Hell, you don't even need to all you got to do is set your minimums. So we'll do that now. So we've actually got like full Cat 3 Autoland or Cat 3 facilities here, so you can go down to 50 feet RA, 200 meters RVR. But we'll do a Cat 1 ILS. The visual today. So the minimum is 879 feet, which I'll set now. Barrow, there we are. And we'll set. Can I pet the dog? Oh, dang, the stream got demonetized. Beautiful, isn't it? So, descent page. Forecast. Can you not request these yet? In op. Right, I'll have to put all these wings in manually then, won't I? Does FlightFactor actually, is VNAV still in its infancy with the FlightFactor, or is it the modelling's sort of complete? As in, will it actually take these winds into account when I insert them?
Terminated and deploying ready to send 210.
Actually, that's a good point. I could have logged on with CPDLC here, couldn't I? $262.65. Well, it takes them. 200, 273 at 32. And 10,000 at 211 at 7. So you don't need to execute those. Usually on the 7th you would do. Fix rings in. 29 left. 10 mile ring. 5 miles. We can figure probably about 6 in the 777. And well, we're at 33,000 feet, so around 99 miles before. Great. That's everything I need to do to set this aeroplane up. So little to do. So as we said, look, we're going to go into the hold via Gudra. Lose the height, because the reason we're having to do that, guys, but look at this. It's very high terrain to the south of Ashgabat. 170 above. We can't travel 23 miles and then 8 miles. It's a total distance of 30 miles. Remaining distance from Gudra onto on the runway. We're at got to be above 17,000 feet. We're at 10,000 feet too high. We're 8,000 feet too high, so we have to enter the hold to lose the height. It's very cool. Elevation not that high, 690 feet. And then for the missed approach here, climb on track 294 right turn 309 from Alpha Sierra Bravo, that's the Ashgabat VOR. And we'll intercept the 309. When ready, descend flight level 210, Emirates 7 Foxtrot. 210 checks. Sorry, I've got all these charts open. And then we're going to go outbound 309, climbing to 3,000 feet, holding at Ukmer. So obviously the MSA we're fully aware of to the south, our descent area, 11,800 feet. Landing on 29er left, long runway, 3,800 metres, Echo 4, Echo 5 available. There is an included performance calculator, which we didn't actually use for departure. We used the... I love the SimBrief one, it's so easy to use. Is there one for... It's finding it. Menu performance. What have we got here? Show landing. Oh, well, I've got to type it all in, haven't I? Let's try it. It's not used it. Uniform Tango Alpha Alpha. Runway 29 left. Dry. Wind. Not even looked at the weather actually. It's good, no significant cloud, 10k, perfect weather really. 2102. I'd have to type it. Yeah, 210/2. Temperature 13 degrees. QNH 1026. Reverse config, put both, flap full. Anti-ice off. Brakes, let's try 2. Landing weight. You can't see any of that, can you guys? Sorry. It's a bit long-winded. It'd be nice if you could fetch it or sync it with SimBrief or the weather in the sim, but looks like we can't. Right now we have 10.3 tons. We're arriving at 9, so we'll burn 1.3 tons. Our actual weight is this. So landing weight will be 250.5. Is that in kilos or tons? Kilos for your repetition 5. Computer says calculate 2,707 meters. Great. Let's do that. Try to vacate Echo 4. Auto brake 2. Auto reverse. Oh no, you secondary 10 reverse. Brake cooler. Cool. There we are. Top descent in 40 miles. So actually, that's actually really convenient. I was just looking here. Vacating the runway, Echo 4, straight onto the cargo apron. I think that might be for me. Emirates 77 Foxtrot 122 decimal 8 advisory. Thanks to the ATC. Bye. Oops.
Administrative advisory 122 decimal 8, Emirates 420.
Sorry about that, staying with you, Emirates 77 Foxtrot. I can't remember what I was going to do. Yes, the cargo stand. If you look here, get rid of this chart. Echo 4 straight onto the cargo terminal. Perfect. Happy days. Hello, Steve Jackson. Just joined. Did I miss anything exciting? Oh, I've been sat here in the cruise over Iran, approaching Turkmenistan airspace. Jack has joined in with the party. 2 tons says I was away prepping by lunch. Oh, Jack Cam, here he is. Why is there some aviation stuff on this stream about a nice dog? Brilliant, Den Rain. And Den, your FlightFactor dev, I believe, thank you very much. I made a right dog's dinner of your tablet earlier. I must apologise to all the people viewing as well. I think I ended up breaking it, but we reloaded the flight, loaded it successfully, and we're taking a full load of cargo to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan as we speak. Home email, will you give the TU-154 Tupolev a try? Again, no, I'm still shaking from my last flight in it over 5 years ago. Thomas said, I thought as a Brit you would enjoy Formula 1 as the call sign in the lead. Very good. Yes, I did hear your call sign there. Thomas, in the hold now. See you both at the ramp. I have your loadmaster in my airplane. They got to keep style. Brilliant. Oh no, itch it, scratch it. I'll land on 29 right so I don't delay your approach. Oh, I've got to enter a hold and everything anyway. Do what you need to do, sir. Greg, do you think Jack wonders who you're talking to? I know my dulcet tones have sent him asleep. He's fast asleep there, isn't he? Beautiful, isn't he? Well, I'll need to move yoke cam back up at some point. So behind him is my racing chair, my racing seat. I need to use that at some point. We should organise a race, shouldn't we, members, before the new year, like we do pretty much every December. We do one, don't we? And the members group finally to organise the 72nd. A lot to do. I've got loads of courses to do at work. Two-ton said to Steve Jenkinson, Flight Sim is a better tug driver than Loadmaster. That is for sure. That's one thing we've determined from today's stream. Out of frame is his race car bed. No. Oh, look, I'll show you a bit more of my office. There's my race car seat, look. There we are, all my paperwork. And my, there you go, it's the back wall of my office. I can see you all zooming in there, looking at all my files, trying to determine who I am. I've got quite a good sized office actually. Greg's got, yeah, that would be fun, ETS2, but this time with the really long trailers. What do you call them? The ones that have the sort of, it's like a two trailers. We need to have two trailered lorries. Oh, Steve, are you actually watching a stream from the 23rd of December 2022? Last night, actually. Winter ops from Trondheim to Brussels. God, I can't even remember that stream. Right then, so we'll jump back into the cockpit. I'm sure Jack will make an appearance before the end of the stream again. I shall reposition yoke cam here. There we are. Oh, I nearly showed you my lovely face. Oh, that would have been a sight for sore eyes. God, I can't get this camera in the right position. That's about right, isn't it? Yeah, that's good, that's good. Perfect. Lots of chat about holdover times. Oh, everyone's favourite. Right, I guess that's the weather updating in the sim. But we're approaching top of descent. We've been cleared when ready to start descent. So 210 is there, I think. Is it the push of this? Like in the Airbus? It is. Down we go. After 1 hour 27 minutes. Wow, look at this scenery. Spectacular. This is all the high terrain we need to clear before we enter the hold. Yeah, it's a shame. That's the inside sound, but look, the engine stopped spinning. Speak to the devs and say, can you keep the engine spinning when you're in the inside of the aircraft, please? Down we go. So unlike the 737, you have this sort of VNAV target speed block. God, is that all that magenta? My goodness. Anyway, let's just keep descending to 210. On target speed of 812 by the looks of it. And we'll convert to 314 knots. Awesome. Cool, 30,000 feet. We will lose VATSIM because this controller's only controlling Tehran.
Evening, winter is 6 knots from 200 kilo for takeoff.
Oh, what FPS am I getting here? 65. Superb. Well, it beats Fearless 742, my workload is considerably lower. So now it's converted to maintain an indicated airspeed of 313 knots. Sort of similar to the 7.3, and it's in path now, so it's not holding the speed. Still maintaining idle thrust. I guess if it gets too low on speed, it will add thrust manually. Sorry, automatically to get back onto target speed. Well, it's very nice to hear that people are still watching my older streams and find them useful. Stephen Jenkinson going back in 2022, 3 years ago, nearly. So what VNav will most likely do is, because of that restriction at RICOP keeping us high, it'll put us exactly at 170 at RICOP when we get further descent. The boundary between Iran and Turkmenistan is RICOP, so we'll get handed over to advisory at RICOP or just before.
Emirates 77 Foxtrot, leaving Mara Space Monitor Advisory 122 decimal 8. Thanks for flying. Bye bye.
122 decimal 8, Emirates 77 Foxtrot. Have a lovely evening, sir. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Alright, over to advisory. Super Groby, this is Ortho. Old school Ortho, downloaded on 1.3. Or version, what's it called? Version 3, I think it's 1.3. V-Sky check. Oh yes, they are. Watch from time to time for educational sake. There's always something to add. Oh, thank you. And there is that. Look, if I bring up the map for you guys, you can see how the terrain instantly drops here. So in and around you've got all of this, you know, desert and mountains, and all of a sudden you get to Turkmenistan and it's all very flat. It's like a complete plateau. Out of curiosity, I'll go here to IFR high again. You can see, look, the grid mirrors over this aspect at 10-4, 10-1, 11-7, 12-8, 13-2 off to the east. Over here, look, very flat over all of Turkmenistan. It's pretty much sea level, completely flat. That geography is quite incredible, really. I mean, it goes right up to Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. Obviously, we've done our last group flight actually between Almaty and Astana. An interesting location for the airport. Yeah, that's the capital, isn't it? The capital, Ashgabat. They built right next to the mountains here, which we're about to just cross in. Then we can actually step down. We're on Unicom now, so we'll step down to 170. And then we'll have to and watch when we get past RICOP. You'll see a significant change in the VNav path. Valley, still can't tell which sim this is. This is X-Plane. Very nice. This is with Ortho 4XP, so satellite imagery. The default is a bit naff. Stateside usually say going over to the dark side, 122.8, another term to agitate along with Unicom now. Oh, don't say that word, you can't say that word here. What's wrong with the terminology Unicom then? What's the whole point? I did see a bit of a chat in Discord about it, but I don't fully understand what's new or why it's changed. So what we'll do is, once we've passed 170, there's no actual minimum altitude here. 11,000. We'll set 11,800 because we'll be within 25 miles. Look, so that'll be the next safest altitude to set, 11,800 feet. And what was that QNH as well here? 1026, which I can preset now. Yeah, you don't want to go much lower than that. The 777 freighter, this variant is the 200. Actually, good question for you, chat. If you were to go to Boeing and order a freighter today, can you buy that in a 200 or and our 300 variant as well? Oh boy. You okay? Have a nice little snooze. There we are, so 1 mile to go, 11,800 feet. Give that push because I've gone to VNAV out. Good boy. That's set. And look at that path jump, 7,000 feet. So, ooh! VNAV path and diving, that's not common VNAV. Level change, and we'll just do 300 knots. So, we've got to enter the hole to lose this height now. Actually, you know what? I could probably make that without the hold. So, ooh, where's it going? Ding dong. Quite curious to see how it holds, though. Edo head jack there, absolutely. 777 freighter is based off the 200 LR. Roger. Yeah, you won't need the extra room with the 300. Yeah, Max, what is going on? The aircraft is sort of oscillating left and right here. Just keep an eye on it. Should be pegged onto the 0.8 miles left of track. What's going on? That's the hold entry it's drawn, which is great, and then we can go straight inbound onto the approach. But it seems to be really struggling here. Where's it going? Why is it turning left? We're already 1 mile left of track. Something's not right here. Where are we going? Gudra's the active waypoint. FlightFactor did want to stress that the aircraft is in early access. It isn't fully complete, but it shouldn't be commanding any left turns here. Why are we going left? No, something's not right here. Nah, something's broken. Let me just... it shouldn't be commanding... We're now nearly 2 miles off our track. Let's bring Gudra to the top. See if that helps. Shouldn't have to do that, but it should perfectly sequence each waypoint, but... yeah, it's still commanding... right turn. There we go, that's sorted. So, it's going to be an offset entry, and then once we're inbound we can cancel the hold. The whole purpose of doing this exercise is that the RICOP restriction leaves you far too high for a straight in. And this offset entry, which it has correctly calculated, and it seems like LNAV has sorted itself out now, it just didn't like that sequence of events there. This is all safe because we're on the holding side. This keeps you clear. The minimum holding altitude is, let's have a look here, 3,000 feet. So look, we're safe as long as we're above 3,000. We'll just level off at 11,800 for a second, just until we're past Gudra. And then when we're in the hold, which is after Gudra, we can start our descent to the minimum hold altitude of 3,000 feet. Den Rain, who I know is a dev, go to heading until the hold becomes active. That is a bug I should fix. LNAV is broken for some holds when some holds are the next leg. Roger. Well, there you go. And, you know, these are complex aircraft add-ons that are being modelled here. It looks like it's a known issue. Routing to waypoints associated with holds, which is getting a slight deviation with regards to manoeuvring there. Right, I should start slowing down as well. Let's go bring the speed back to 230 knots. And there's Gudra, so we'll step down to 3,000 feet. Now, when you're in a hold, VNAV isn't very clever at working out how to get back on path. In the real aeroplane, this is. So what we're going to do is just initially descend in level change, or flight level change, they call it in 777, which is idle thrust and pitching for the speed. 230 knots is slightly above the clean speed. There's all that high terrain we passed. Awesome. Ah, look at the air condensing over the wing there. Good, Den Rain, thanks for the heads up on that. That's the only issue we've had apart from my laborious loading process. So when you're slowing down in a modern commercial jet airliner, be it the 73777, if you ever want to slow down, it really impacts your descent, because obviously we're having to remove kinetic energy out of the aircraft, so it can't descend as quick. Obviously you can use the speed brake to help, but we're in a good position here. So we turn inbound, or exit hold, or just route direct to Gudra, and then from there we'll fly the Gudra transition onto the localizer.
Ashgabat traffic, Formula 1 exiting Echo 4 from Ashgabat.
Look how flat it is compared to Iran. Awesome. Barrow set disc. Oh yes. So I think, what button was it? There you go. Perfect. We synced the QNH. So we'll just maintain just slightly above the up speeds. We're close to max landing weight today. We're not right at it, but 250 10 tons below max landing weight, so still pretty heavy aircraft. So you can see here the path, we're slowly catching up. And this is the case, the hold, it doesn't fully understand where we are in the hold or where we're going after Gudra. So sort of VNAV you avoid using in the hold, just use VS or level change if you want to descend quickly, which is what we're doing now. It's going quite a long way outbound. Might just start the turn now. It's going to be a long way out, of course. We're on the holding side, so it's safe. So let's just go to legs.
Ashgabat traffic exiting the hold at Gudra and going flying direct to Gudra, 3,000, altitude 3,000 feet.
That's some traffic online, that might be. We should scratch it. So that's worked well. Exit hold. Still reckons we're quite high. I can change that to 2,500 feet or above, which should help the path. Awesome. Look at that. Your low master has a tub of butter after that landing. You haven't seen it yet. Yeah, still. Let me just re-put the. I'm going to reinsert the approach here. Gudra, execute, and then just route direct to Gudra. There we are. Oh, 500 feet off profile. Can't teach it. So once around the hole works out quite nicely. God, look at that landscape out there. Sensational. Ashgabat traffic, Emirates 77 Foxtrot, inbound Gudra, UTAA 01, 3 minutes for approach 29 left. Awesome. So this is looking good for a straight in via Gudra now. So that's worked out really well. That Gudra transition. Into the hold to lose the height, or just we did the offset entry, then just direct to Gudra, and then the Gudra transition. After Gudra, we could step down to 2,500 feet. So track miles 27, be about 9,000 feet. Actually, not sure why path's showing me slightly high. I should be, if anything, below the profile. Elevation here is 700 feet. Yeah, I'd say we're slightly low. I'd say we're about probably 800-900 feet low, not 300 feet high with the amount of track miles we have. 22 track miles, we should be at 66,000 feet. 6,600, but the elevation 5.6. We're probably about 800,000 feet low. Keep it level change for now. That's sensational scenery. Once you've got the ortho downloaded, it'll explain this. Looking fantastic. We'll get the localizer and flight direct. Localizer glide slope signal soon. Again, this is a limitation explain. you would definitely get localizer deviation and glide slope deviation at this point. We've got the DME and ident, but you'd have a localizer here and a glide slope there by now. It's very late to pick it up in the sim.
Ashgabat traffic, Emirates 420, established runway 29 right.
Oh, we've timed this nicely. Oh, that was itching scratch because he's going on to 29 right. He didn't want to disrupt my approach, so kind of. Still no localizer or glide slope information as we approach Gudra. It should be there by now. There's always been a limitation explained very late idents or localizer glide slope deviation, unless it's an issue with the airport. Let's see if we can see it itch and scratch it. There's the airport there. Can't see anyone on TCAS. Oh yeah, I loved it. Look, you can move the chair and recline it. It's just, what have you not modelled, FlightFactor? What's this do? It's different controls to what I'm used to. I think the seat goes back and forwards electrically. Still no idents. Well, I have the ident, but no localizer glide slope deviation. There's the localizer on the MPS scale. Yeah, we're getting low now, so we'll just go VS. 300 feet. The thrust will start coming up now to maintain 230 knots. Ejection seat. Oh, come on, explain. Where's my glide slope? Hear those engines spooling up. You could fold the two LCD panels down to form a tray, probably. I know, I need to blow my nose. Go on, explain. Where's my glide slope? You can now safely descend down to 2,500 feet. And with 10 miles... Actually, I should have slowed down a bit, so I'm going to go straight to flat 5, but flat 5 speed. There she is. Glide slope came in at 10 miles. Not very accurate, but you can't teach that. This is where you can't always rely on VNav. This should be perfectly on profile. Just used pure talent to place myself perfectly on the glide slope. Good approach, pro shot. Pure talent. Ooh, it's got glide slope capture prior to localizer capture. That's an option, I think, from Boeing. Not one that we have. Bit of speed brake here, I think. V2? That shouldn't be there. That's a bug. No V2. I think the devs are here. Make some notes. Localizer capture. Runway headings automatically set 294. The missed approach altitude I do need to manually set 3,000 feet. Yeah, that's a bug. We shouldn't have any V2 indication on the PFD. But the explainism was glide slope only coming in about 10 seconds prior to localizer capture. That's it, back on speed now. So, about 7 miles. Did I do the post-cruise checks? I did, didn't I? Let's drop the gear. Flap 15. We'll ignore V2. I know why it's there. I didn't select my landing flap. Does that keep V2 there? Interesting. Den Red, I take it back. But is that a 777 thing? It keeps the V speeds there before you put an init ref. 7.3 doesn't. I'm only used to the 7.3, of course. But yeah, it could have well been. That's the facts. Other matter. Flap 20. Flap 25. And flap 30. Checklist, 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 checklist.
Taxi checklist.
Nope.
Takeoff. Descent checklist.
Yep.
Approach. Landing checklist.
Speed brake.
Speed brake. ARP. Flaps.
ARP.
Set.
Checklist complete.
We got it done. Alright. We're good, guys. Get down flap 30. Check this, please.
Runway 2
There it is.
right, okay, half a full.
1,000.
Checked. Ashgabat traffic Emirates 77 Foxtrot, short final landing runway 29 left. Disconnecting. You only disconnect the autopilot on this, obviously, in here, not the auto throttle. Autopilot disconnected. Wish me luck. No wind at all. Flat runway. Oh yeah, no. I was adding thrust there, instinctively, but no, didn't need to.
500.
Turkmenistan.
400. 300. Approaching minimums.
Check.
200.
Check.
Minimums.
Continue. Here we go.
100.
Check.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, great landing. That came as a bit of a surprise. Why is my reversers not working? Oh, there they are. Manual braking. 100 knots. 80 knots. Is that Jim clapping in the background? I thought so. 60 knots, cancelling reverse. Whoa. Oh, a bit fast for the high speed, but there we are. Oh, that's probably going to cook the brakes, slam them on there last second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan. That was a... oh gosh, rudders. There's a bit of lag with the... oh! Bit of lag there. Very good. Very nice. And we'll take the first right here, and then on to the cargo terminal, next to our business jet. Emirates 774 Foxtrot vacated, 29 left, taxiing to cargo terminal. Ashgabat, not Azkaban. I can't say it. Azkaban, the prison Harry Potter, where Dementors reign free. That was good enough landing. Great landing. Was it minus 200? Take that. Flared at like 50 feet. It's the only way. Only way I can get this down smoothly. Very nice. Start the APU. Now, unfortunately with the FlightFactor, the replay tool is you have to set replay in the tablet. I found I get a drop in performance when I do that, so it is off, and unfortunately that means I can't do the replay using the replay tool. So look, we'll unload the cargo using everything instead today. You don't need to see the landing, it was perfect. Is this default scenery? Yes. I'll take stand 502 here, yeah, I'm trying to start the APU. Right, let's clean up. I'll turn off and taxi because I'm about to turn on stand 502. The radar off. Transponder out off. Strobes off. Beautiful. Nice looking plane you got. Cheers, Thomas. Actually, was that you? I thought you might have been itching scratcher. Was that you that flew the Learjet? Sorry, I forgot the names. FMC message was insufficient fuel, eh? We landed with 8-4, and actually I don't know why I needed to divert to our alternate, which was called Mary. Happy days. Speed brake still out. Stowed. Parking brake set. APU is running. Perfect. We can shut the engines down and the APU generator's on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turkmenistan. Capital Ashgabat. Don't forget to retract your flaps. I did that last stream as well. Oh dear. Almost stopped perfectly on the line. But there we are. Down in one piece. Beautiful day here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very nice add-on. Unload. Oh, wish me luck. Right, beacon can come off. And let's try and unload this aeroplane. Right. Menu. Aeroplane. Ground services. Let's talk to someone first. Unloader. Or flight. Loadmaster. No, ground. Ground crew. Let's get some ground power connected. Is anyone there?
This is the captain. How do you hear?
Good to hear you, sir. The ground personnel is at your service.
Thank you. Doesn't sound like he's from Ashgabat. Someone else is calling me. Right, chocks in, please.
We require some equipment.
Shouldn't have to tell to put chocks in.
No problem. Which one?
Shocks.
Very
Chocks.
well, sir. Can I help you with anything
Yes,
else?
you can.
Of course.
Open cargo.
Please open this hatch.
Open forward.
Certainly.
Oh, I guess he's done that. Let's have a little look. Ground crew everywhere. Oh gosh, that opened quick. And the freight there as well. Now I need to unload it. Weight balance. Loading page. Unload. And
we are ready to
unload.
freight.
Yes, sir. The freight is being unloaded.
We are ready for the luggage to be offloaded.
There we are.
Sure I can.
I did a thing, and it's waiting for the belt loader, which will appear out of nowhere. Boom! And you can see it being unloaded. There we are, and underneath too. Superb. And you can see the freight being removed. Excellent. Ashgabat replaced all ground staff with AI. Very efficient, absolutely. Still 13 kilos of snacks. Not hungry today. We didn't eat anything, no. Oh no, we've got an invisible loader. You can see it going on the apron though. Very, very nice. Perfect. Last stream I thought it was for Winter Ops, said Martin. Yes, that's the plan at the end of the week, but FlightFactor got access to, so I will hopefully do that on Thursday evening or something like that. No stream for tomorrow for now. Or maybe if I do, it'll be a helicopter stream. Well, I haven't decided yet. Perfect. Yeah, that was a good approach landing, wasn't it? Amazing add-on. We already know how good this aircraft is, but to have it as a freighter variant available is fantastic. A few little quirks with the FMC here and there, which seem to be known about with the FlightFactor devs. Thanks, Dan, for your input as well. And remember, if you do play the stream back, ignore the first 20 minutes whilst I fumbled around with the EFB and tablet. Like I mentioned, it's, for me personally, yeah, I find it quite cumbersome to use because I don't fly this aircraft all the time. I fly several add-ons with different tablets and different variants as well. But if you fly this aircraft frequently, or go on the Discord, or find a flow that you can write down, which I should do really, it is actually a fantastic tool included with the inbuilt tablet to realistically replicate cargo ops, or in the case of the passenger variant, loading of passengers as well, and you get all the graphics as well. And the tug feature is just a lovely bonus we used today as well, which we did the first FlightFactor stream if I remember rightly. But yeah, this aircraft should be available for you to purchase. It's an expansion of the default FlightFactor 777, not a standalone, so you will need the passenger variant, but as an expansion it's very well priced at $30, so you can go and replicate all your cargo freight needs in X-Plane 12 moving forward. Very, very nice. Thank you very much, FlightFactor, for sending me access to this as well. No doubt that's the freight closing. Gosh, a door closes very quickly. I think it's because I've got the time factor increased up to 5, so everything's done a lot faster there. And that would have been the load master saying unloading complete. But there we are. Den Rain, thank you for the flight. Cheers, Den, for all your feedback as well. I know you're from the dev team, and really enjoyed it. And once again, well done for expanding on your already very well modelled 777. No, watch the first 20 minutes because it's gone. No, Thomas, no. Will we play the helicopter song? I can't do replays. Hold on. Where's my soundboard? I think it's already there. Just for you. No, I don't think it's here. Oh, it is.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Hello there.
The soundboard's had a lot of dust on it recently. I should get it out. Maybe we'll do a bit of fun and do some helicopter flying on the next career episode. But guys, that's it today. No replay, as mentioned. The replay tool doesn't work with this aircraft because of the complexity of it. There is a way of doing it in the tablet, but I didn't have time to set up today. But it is available, the freight, as I said, from tomorrow. Right, we'll wrap things up here because I've overshot the stream slightly. I told my other half will be done at 6. But once again, thank you very much for everyone that came in to watch the stream today, to everyone that donated. Thank you so much for your generosity, most kind to all the members. As ever, thank you very much for your continued support. If you're watching there in the background, if you'd like to subscribe to help me get up to 100,000 subscribers, that would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all on another live stream very soon. Bye-bye.